All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to cook. That's right, literally chef's pot, cooking with Cursor. And today we're also going to show you, I'm going to show you a little bit about how I use Cursor along with Claude Sonnet 3.5 and share some of my super secret prompts. They're not really that secret, but I think the goal here is not about collecting prompts, but teaching you how to make the prompts yourself so that you can be that next level engineer. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of the unlocks that we got going on here. So if you haven't started yet, or if you're just getting started and have heard a lot about Cursor, I think today is going to be a really interesting show because I'm going to kind of show you the tips and tricks, a little bit of what's going on in this space, and then also talk about Claude Sonnet and like my workflows. I know a lot of people have been running into some problems with like hitting limits and so forth. So I'm going to teach you a little bit of a workaround around that because there's this new thing called projects, and projects will allow you to kind of package the things you repeat all the time and put them into one space. And so that a little bit of overview of that. And then I have some of my prompts that I'm going to share. I'm going to share some secret sauce with you. And if you don't know about this, Notion does a really good job of taking markdown text that you have here and displaying it for you so that you can edit it and do the things. And when you're ready, you can put it back in Markdown. And one of the secret hacks is the fact that these language models like Claude Sonnet, ChatGPT, and so forth comply very well with Markdown. And so we're going to get to use some of that, and you get to see a little bit of how I cook. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see, see if we can replicate some really cool landing pages. Justin Welsh is someone I follow, and I noticed that he made his page using Webflow, and I don't want to pay somebody to do that. I'd rather just do it myself because they charge you after so many impressions and so forth. So, in the age of AI, I think it's one of these things that we can possibly do to build our own product, but then learn how to do this stuff. I think is really important. And this is V0, and we're going to play a little bit around with this. So how I kind of ideate and make ideas. And so I think what I wanted to first share was one of the examples I did at the V0 meetup. So, actually at the Cursor meetup. And so I made this project in Claude, and the project in Claude is basically you can feed it a whole bunch of instructions. And this is basically what I do. I tell it that it's an assistant, and I'll show you how I generated this in a little bit. But in essence, what I did was in Claude, took the screenshots for a landing page that I wanted to actually replicate. So it looked like something like this. It's like a really nice landing page. Obviously, it has framer animations and everything when you scroll through it. But what it ended up doing was I just told it, generate a TypeScript code for this landing page. And it's certainly, and it generated all of this code in Claude. And so here are the components for each of them. So literally the full blown app, all in, and a landing page, all just in one shot, which is truly, truly incredible. And I thought, dang, this is awesome. Claude Sonnet is really, really good. It didn't require me going back and forth. It took some time to kind of figure this out, but I wanted to share this with you because I think this is extremely valuable. And this is kind of the unlock that once you start seeing being done, you can start doing it for the rest of your projects. And this is just going to take you to the next level. And then once you do that, how you refine your prompts, because I don't really know how to build landing pages. I'm not a landing page designer. I'm just an engineer who likes to code and use AI to help me with things. So that's kind of the goal here. So you can take pieces of knowledge from other people and what they do very well and compress it down into something like this. So let's go ahead and take a look. And so basically, yeah, it does it in this way. It literally just built everything out in just one shot using Claude Sonnet. And so I let the folks know at Cursor that this is kind of my workflow. I go from idea to code pretty quickly, and I use Cursor a lot for prototyping. And they actually want to implement or sort of are implementing this feature. They're implementing their own version of projects. And I gave them my system prompt so that they can try to generate this on their own. And that's kind of what we're going to try to do here today. Cursor doesn't necessarily have this feature right now, but it will in the future. But we're going to kind of do it with Claude. And I could show you because it's pretty cool when you can take landing pages. This is a second attempt that I was doing at Justin Welsh's page. And this is basically, I said, hey, this is the layout of his page. And let's go ahead and see if we can reproduce this using TypeScript, right? And this is my prompt here. And this is basically what it generated, the header, the CTA, the help component, and so forth. And, we have the code here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, and so I thought, okay, let's go ahead and see if we can like do something where we can generate like a landing page for someone and try to reproduce, their website or something like that. So that's here. So let's go ahead and take a look. I think with Cursor, people wanted to kind of check out Cursor for a little bit. And so I have a couple projects here, and I think I was working on this like landing page. Oops. Yeah, this is kind of, let me pull this into this window here so that we can see it together. All right, cool. Because I'm sharing the screen. Let me go ahead and get some music going as well. Yeah. That way you can see this. And I'm going to try to move my head a little bit out of the way. Maybe shrink you a little bit. All right, today we're going to do some Cursor and chill. So let's see. Oh yeah, we have about 31 people, 4 people on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Awesome. Give a thumbs up, drop any comments. I'm just going to add a comment like hello. And what's cool about the comments is that I basically just slide you right in on top, just like that. And then we chill. So any questions you have, just let me know. This is an interactive session. We're just gonna be cooking today. Cooking, chilling, making that pot, boy. Okay. So let me turn down the music a little bit. All right. So let me kind of give you a layout of how some of these things go here a little bit. Bun. So in this landing page, what I did was I put from Safari, I took the code here and everything it generated, and it says like make a header component. And then I basically generated the app and then put that into like in the component section. And on this side has like the site header, and that's basically the code from this app. And then I just basically run start, run dev. Whoops. Let me go ahead and move this app into a different area here. So that way, I guess my windows are kind of overlapped. I'm going to just drag this up in here so that y'all can see. So this is literally the code from Claude that generated just in that one shot. So just to compare, like this is his website. This is the Claude version on like the first try. This is crazy. So yeah, as we can see, we basically have like this header section that turned this into here. Obviously the styling isn't correct. And this is there. And then like this next section is kind of lined up here. And so if we scroll down, it doesn't have this, but it has like this, and it's ready to put like something in here. It even copied the text and everything. Justin's website, as you scroll down, has this cool effect with this text. And that's probably something that we can do next. And then here's the next thing here that it did. So what I wanted to see is like, let's go ahead and see if we can create a new Cursor project and like initiate it with Bun, and then see if we can sort of reproduce this effect, but just maybe just do like this page here or something. Or what we can do is probably take a really cool, let's start the idea with V0 maybe. Yeah, that's it, Cursor. Cool. So let me just go ahead and start a new project. Whoops. File, new window, please. Cool, let's do this. All right, cool. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I think I should be able to just in here, in terminal, CD workspace, yes. And then I'm gonna just do, let's see, Command Shift K. There's this thing at the bottom that says to generate a command, do this thing at the bottom, and I have mine's mapped to Command Shift K. And so here I'm just gonna go ahead and do bun command to create next.js 14 repo. Yeah, latest. Yeah, hit enter. And so boom, bun create next app latest. There we go. So I'm just gonna go through this workflow. I'm gonna call this app demo, and then I'm gonna make this font probably bigger so y'all can read this. Do you like to use TypeScript? Yes. ESLint? Yes. Tailwind CSS? Yes. And source directory, I'm gonna go ahead and close this here. Yes, please. App router, hell yeah. Marvin, yo, what's happening? Is there a good system message prompt for Claude that will output details that are best for using Command K and Cursor? That's actually, Chris, I think I do have that. And let me show you that while we do this. Dang, this music is like too chill. Next track, please. And so that's here. I have this prompt that I generated using Claude. And what I did here was go through and had the prompt iterated by going to, let me move you out of the way so that I can show y'all kind of just put you down here. Okay. So what it basically does is that I have it adhere to strict principles for Next.js development, specifically Next.js 14, because there are some new capabilities that are offered that are very specific to Next.js 14, like server-side rendering. And there are some things I noticed that the LLM would generate with Claude, like React.f and Node things for explicitly typing. And it was doing that a little too often without really kind of doing things. So I actually did some iterations. And so my system prompt now includes like code generation rules. So like use client directly only when creating client components. And then also has additional things like defining stuff in like TypeScript syntax and stuff for dang, this music. Okay, I need to up my music game here. Used name imports as well and stuff, like giving it very specific rules. And so we're going to try this out today in Claude Sonnet because they're going to have a feature eventually releasing that will basically take this as like a system prompt into like projects to allow this. But right now I'm kind of doing this in Claude and having it generate the code using basically this. And I use this as a project. And basically what Claude is kind of doing under the hood is they're caching this prompt. And so it doesn't really use up as many tokens, which is nice. So I don't have to keep feeding this prompt in. It just kind of knows within the context of the chat. So yeah, let me go ahead and see. Actually, I'm going to put this on my blog right now because I think this should be shared. So I'm going to go rayfernando.ai. If you just go there right now, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to publish this so that you can copy it and just try it out for yourself in parallel with me. So I'm going to create a new blog post, right meow. Yeah, let's see. Notion. So this is actually, you'll see a little bit of my little like funny backend system to go ahead and get this going. So what I do is my blog is actually being run through Notion, which is great. So what I do is just literally it's a table. I hit like new blog post. I'm going to do blog post. And I'm going to call this Claude sauce for now. Claude, CLAUDE, I think. Plus cursor sauce for real. So that way y'all know it's for real. AI. Yeah. Published today, please. Author. Yeah, I'll leave that empty for now. I'm gonna make this public. I'm gonna feature this so you can see it at the top. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is like create H2. I'm gonna make this full page for now so y'all can see. Here we go. So I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna drop this entire. So here's the thing. You'll have to probably use Markdown, so it's easier to just use this section here and copy it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just copy. Oh gosh, okay. Let's see. Can I just copy the block? Command C. I should go over here and then Command V, right? Yeah, we got this. All right, cool. So we have this, and then I also have this drop down. So you'll probably want to get this too. So I'll show you how this works in a bit. We're cooking right now. Hey, John, how's it going? My brother, John Fernando, what's happening? Thanks for joining. Okay. So it says, thanks for doing this, Ray. Do you use docs URL indexing on your Notion URLs to make cursor aware? I tried earlier today, but couldn't get that to respond in the way that I wanted. I don't really, I think I know what you're asking, and I haven't interacted with cursor and Notion that way, which would be super cool. Notion has an API, which is awesome, which will allow you to pull your database of documents. And since everything's in Markdown, you do have to do extra sauce to use another import to get the blocks and reformat it. It starts to become really hairy, very messy, very quickly. I just find copying and pasting back and forth. What I'm actually going to do is take the text here as a Markdown file, and then put that into a file into my own project. So that way I can keep referencing it inside of Cursor when I do code generation. So I'm basically gonna create projects that they're gonna release, but we're gonna do like a hacky version because it's currently not released yet. So we'll see. I'm gonna see how good it is at complying. If not, I'm gonna message them and say, hey, when can we get access to this feature? Because it's too good. It's too good. So yes. Okay. So let's see if I go back to Safari real quick. So in my website, RayFernando.ai, if I refresh, yes, we have it right here. Let's go. Let me put this link up here in the chat. So I put this in the chat, and you know what? I'm actually going to post it on my live stream flow so that way you can see it. So I have this here. I put the sauce up. Okay. So I have this here. I basically put it onto this guy, and then I think my whole system generates, this is great, a live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here as well. Sauce for the stream. All right. Whoops. Let me go ahead and put this over here. Yeah, here we go. Sauce for the stream. And then we got this. I'm going to go ahead and reply. There we go. Okay. So now we have like this. And then some people were asking about the stream URL. So we're going to go ahead and share that because I know people were looking for it. So we're going to go back in here. Please forgive me for doing some of housekeeping here, but I feel like this is people have been trying to follow along and figure out where to get the stream URL. Yo, I got you, fam. I got you, fam. Boom. Yee. Also, this guy, you're cool. All right, I think we're Gucci, right? We're Gucci, fam. A little bit of housekeeping out of the way. All right. So if you click this Claude sauce for real, this is where we're gonna do some prompting and then kind of like my live space right now. So you have two options to, yo, Firestarter, let's go. Thank you for joining. Yeah, well, we're gonna cook. So been using Cursor plus Claude. It is amazing. Yes, yeah. I thought, we're just gonna work in public, do whatever, and kind of like chill right here. I think this is a really cool space that we're getting everyone together because we realize that the future of coding is like, I don't know, like it's really going to be a lot about like how you kind of put your ideas together, less about code. The code is just going to kind of blend into the background. It's good to know how to code so that you know how to like shape your components and put stuff together. And so I'm just trying to share everything I possibly can. I'm surprised at the quality of your videos and how few subscribers you have. Please don't give up on YouTube. I'm sure you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers if you keep this up. Hey, I really appreciate that. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart because I just started this. I'm like, is this going to be a thing? I don't know. So yeah, I'll keep this going because I feel like I do put a lot of effort into this, and I think I want to do this because I want to look back, and I always wish that someone did this for me, and so my biggest breakthrough is when I worked at Apple for 12 years. And as soon as I got into the door, as soon as I got disclosed on software and everything like that, I spent every single weekend hour with people, with engineers in their offices, bugging them. I was like, hey, I'm playing around with this. I don't know how to do this. Or like the build system is broken. How do I fix this? Just bugging the hell out of everyone. But that like made me better. And so me showing up for live streams is kind of reproducing my childlike thing that I want to put out there. And feel free to ask me questions. I'm not like too cool to not answer. I think this is what this is all about. Just like building, doing stuff live together, hacking together and showing up. I live in the Bay Area, which is amazing and literally the heart of Silicon Valley and at the heart of AI right now. And so I can go to these meetups and meet people and talk and share ideas and so forth. So I want to share ideas that you have too. You're all over the world. And if you come up with anything and I bump into someone who's working on this, I want to share that with them. And so let's do this. Let's hang out. So appreciate it. Definitely, much appreciated. So on rayfernando.ai, in the links that I posted in, you should be able to copy the system prompts here. So this is the system prompt that I use that we're going to be using here to see if we can use it to enhance our Claude experience within Cursor. Claude is pretty good overall at generating code, but these rules tend to give us a little bit better way of trying to like guide the model to output the responses that we really want. And so, yeah, so let's go ahead and you should be able to see that there. So that's under Claude plus Cursor sauce for real. I'll probably change that later for SEO purposes, but this is where we're going to cook. And this is kind of like the scratch ground where I'll just dump stuff in from the stream. So that way we'll be like, you'll be kind of on the same page with me. And you don't feel like you have to copy from the stream. Also, probably later, if you're going to watch this on a replay, it'll be up there on Ray Fernando. So we're going to, that's our cooking spot. Okay. So back here, what we were doing is still creating our project for just a empty project. And the reason why I'm using Bun, by the way, is because they're trying to rewrite the whole Node package manager from scratch. They use a thing called Rust. I mean, whatever they use, it doesn't kind of matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. Where things are going is that it's much, much faster. And what I like about it is that fact that you don't have to like get bloated every time you create a new project and do all these things. It just kind of realize that hey, I already have this dependency or this thing in the system. I'll just symlink it from there and so forth. So we'll go into like technicals of file systems later. I used to work on operating system updates for iOS and macOS and watchOS, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that happens in file systems. What's the streaming software you're using? So seamless. Rakshi, it's called Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live is amazing. And then I have this like, I've mapped my buttons down below with my little Rodecaster system. And so I can just hit these two little things. And then I have a really nice SLR camera with a nice lens. And I got some lights up here. So that's how we're doing it. And then what's nice about it is that like I have the different streaming windows and stuff that we're doing. So that's how we get like little screen. And then I got my big screen so you can see my face. Yeah, so we're chilling. Cool. So now that it's created I think it just called the project demo, right? Yeah, demo. Okay, cool. I'm going to CD into demo. And then in here, I'm going to just do cursor dot, and it should just open up the file. It opens up in a new one. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I guess, yeah, we'll do it here. All right, so what I wanted to do was, this is our src file. This is just our basic file. So if we just do bun dev, it should just run our app in port 3001. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put that in here. This is just how we know that it's running, basically. Whoops, going back to Safari. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's how we know that the app is running. I'm going to put this a little bit to the side so it's a little bit more clean for y'all. And then we can kind of work side by side. Okay, cool. So if I refresh this, we have an app. This is great. And then what I was going to do is I'm going to go ahead on my like root folder here. I'm just at the very top. I'm just going to click versus like this config file, hit the little, I'm going to hit new file. I'm just going to call it like system prompt.md. So MD will be like our markdown file. And this is where we're going to go to our cooking show under Ray Fernando AI, and just go ahead and hit copy. So this is that whole markdown file. We're going to paste it in here, and it should have basically all of the rules and all of the things we're going to reference for making our app. And we're going to just see if we can have the interactive mode of cursor do what we need to do. So that is going to be our thing here, and we're going to save it. And so cool. So now we're in page, and if we go back to the website here, this is kind of our page here. So let's go ahead and see if we can just get like a landing page or something. Like let's go to x.com. I have some like bookmarks that I have for like designs and stuff. Let's see if I have a cool. Usually someone has like a really good landing page. If anyone actually wants to redesign a landing page or something, this is a cool landing page. I like this. Like, this is a really cool landing page actually. So let's go see if we can like recreate this here. It should be awesome. So, okay. So now that we have this and we have our rule system prompt in here, right? So let's go ahead and just Command C to stop our little thing here. And then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do Command I, which is the interactive mode. And so, or actually, I forget, there's a very specific name. I think it's let's see, Command I, composer mode. So this is composer mode. And in composer mode, there's these three little dots that says show history, reset composer, and open control panel. So if we open control panel, you see the Command Shift I thing here. It opens up a little bit bigger, and this is basically the entire screen. And so we're going to just, this is the floating window, so you can actually drag this and float it around, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to keep it down here for now, so it's a little bit more chill for us. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is reference the system prompt, and we're going to just do the same thing. I should be able to attach image to here, and I don't know if I can actually. Here's the thing, because in the version of Cursor that I saw was, yeah, I don't think I can right now, but let's see if I can, because I don't see a way /command /. In the version of Cursor that I saw at the meetup, they had a way to actually attach images to the cursor and then like reference it. But like that is not something I see here. And it's kind of the reason why I do it in Claude. So let me just show you how I set up a project in Claude and how we would kind of recreate this in Claude so that we can try to like maybe, actually, let me see. You know what? Let's just try to do this in chat. So in chat, I should be able to just drag this window. Shit, can I do that? Let's see, copy image and then Command I in here and paste it. Oh, heck yeah. Dude, thank you. Yes. All right, I like this. All right, let's cook in here. Yeah, let's keep cooking. All right, so Command I, and we're still in this mode here called the composer mode. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is kind of the similar prompt that I do in Claude to basically create a landing page. So I'm just going to say, generate a TypeScript landing page. Generate a TypeScript code for a landing page using Next.js 14 components that implements the design using Tailwind CSS. Please reference at system prompt MD. So that's our instructions that we have for Next.js 14 implementation guidelines. Okay. And so we're going to take this and image. No, it doesn't have image. Okay. Let's just go ahead and see if we can cook. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? Let's go. I'm just going to go ahead and submit. So now in composer mode, what it should be doing from here is basically taking this code and like doing the analysis. And then now it's going to generate the page. So it's going to go into our page section here. It's going to generate the individual components for us. And so what's cool is that like you can see these little tabs up here and it's literally creating the pages for us as we go. So we went from an empty project in our app. Now we're seeing it like make the actual pages. And this thing is like literally cooking as we speak. This is nuts. Like all in one go. So what we're trying to do is like with this system prompt that I just gave you, we're sort of recreating what I do in projects in Claude Sonnet inside of Cursor. And eventually the Cursor team will release like a projects feature so that you don't have to keep saving this prompt into like a markdown file to reference it, so that you should be able to do that way. So I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, it's still applying everything. This is nuts. This is so cool. So literally it's gone into here. Let me go ahead and like move this a little more. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah. Nuts, right? It like made components as seen on and then header here. So I think, let's see if it's running into any token limits. Probably is. Yeah. It says applying. There's possibly a bug here, but we'll see. If not, I'll just hit continue and it'll just continue on because it's really good about doing so and continuing where it left off. So let's just go back here. So literally what we've done, just to kind of summarize, is that we've taken a landing page that literally a designer posted on X and said, hey, I'm designing this, right? He just said design for mobile app landing. This probably was just a design they did in the whatever Figma app they did. We pasted it in here. We got the system prompt markdown that we use for making Next.js apps. And then we put that in here in the composer and like referenced it. And then we just said generate TypeScript code for a landing page using Next.js 14 components and implement this design using Tailwind CSS. And here's a reference for the implementation guidelines. And so it basically is doing that right now and has generated shows a landing page. So it gives us like kind of what it understands as a landing page. And it even gives us like a clean and light scheme. And so it breaks down the component into like smaller reusable components, which is awesome. And it does all of this. And then design decision assumptions. So use a container with max width for consistent layout, implemented a header for separate component reusability, created a hero component that includes both main content and app preview. This is amazing. Suggestions for improvements. So this is going to be our important key to iterate for this design. So make sure that whenever you see this, like the LLM just kind of gets you started and kind of gets you like, hey, here is a basic layout. We're going to go ahead and take this and then take one of those suggestions and just kind of go into fuller detail. And so the advantage of Cursor is the fact that in this type of environment with this composer mode, it's going to go in and change the necessary files, and it has context because it has all the things that are referenced within it. So implement dark mode, animations. So the animations here is where we're going to really start cooking. So actually you can avoid having system and file. The way that you have a prompt inbuilt is go to the cursor settings and go to general tab and add files for rules for AI box. Yes, I think that's a really cool idea. In the cursor settings, if you go up here to the top right, is this still trying to generate? Oh, completed. I'm going to go ahead and accept all. Okay. I'm going to hit the little X to close the composer window. So in rules for AI is kind of what, if you go to the top right gear up here in the corner, let me go ahead and bring this down so you can see it. Okay. So in up here at the very top right, you should be able to see this little open cursor settings. And then this is what brings in the, general rules for AI. And so this is for the rules that you'd use for Command K sessions. The only sort of issue that I see is the fact that I actually have a separate prompt for things that we're going to be doing for code reviews, and then something a little bit different for generating the code for landing pages. And then I have another prompt for generating the marketing copy, and all of them are all Claude based. So by using the rules for AI, it gets a little bit muddy in here because it's going to apply all the rules all the time. But I usually want to add a certain file like system prompt for a certain type of message. And then I also generate Python code here too. So I like the suggestion. This is kind of one of the great points of doing live streams. So you can, if you just have one specific workflow or some general rules that you always want to follow, something that's very broad, always generate clean code or something, definitely do that here. Or something that you always say, always call me by sir and only use my fancy butler name as Raimundo or something, or you can have it talk like a pirate to you or something. That could be kind of fun. But just, FYI. So what we've done so far is we've generated the code. Let's just go ahead and see if we can run it. Bun dev. Let's go. All right, so our landing page is here. Let's go. Run it. Refresh. Command R. Okay. Okay, so we have just text on the screen. Dang. Okay, so it did generate the page, which is chill, but it didn't really do much than that. It just kind of made our page that's cool, but there's no styling and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and review what Cursor was doing and its suggestions and kind of go from there. Okay, so data fetching and state management. For this static page, we don't need to implement data fetching. Okay. And then classes for responsiveness. Remember to create necessary files in the app directory and ensure all required assets in the public folder. Right. Okay, cool. So what I want to do now is let's go ahead and improve the design and make it match closer to what we saw in the color. So let's go ahead and improve the design. Make the colors match to the image and generate preview, generate placeholder images for this landing page. I want it to look nice. And then I'm just going to go ahead and chat with the code base here. So it should be able to chat with everything. And let's go ahead and see. So right now it's basically going to make the second iteration here. And what I usually like to do is I like to use Git to check in the code. So that way each run kind of has its stuff checked in. And so that way, if there's something that completely is royally messed up, I can still go back a couple steps without doing Command Z or something like that. So that just kind of do that's here. So right now it's basically updating the color scheme. And yes, let's see if we can refresh here. It's still building the code. So and it's running the server live. Carol, hey, Carl, thanks, man. Still learning to code as I understand the life-changing impact of Cursor and Claude for non-technicals. Yeah, I think this is just really, really major as far as a breakthrough that is happening literally right now. And I'm a big proponent of basically going from idea to code as fast as possible and trying to remove those barriers. And so there is still a gap, but I'm trying to help that gap close. And anything that I can do as I learn, from like an engineering side to trying to bring this forward as much as possible is so cool. I don't work for Cursor or anything like that. I don't work for any of these companies. I used to work as an engineer at Apple. Now I'm kind of on my own, but I want to help bridge that gap because I feel like ideas are going to be the future of where we're going with all this stuff. And it's just going to be about, can you generate an idea? Can you get it on the screen? And you can pull in experts from different areas. And I'll show you a little bit of how I do that with, basically I use Perplexity to get the additional information and do more refinements because Perplexity has access to the internet. And then it can go look up documentation as well and then kind of refine our prompts so that we can get the output that we want from our language models. The language models have a lot of really deep knowledge in there, and they just need more keywords and very specific things that even if you don't know it, you can use another system to try to help you pull that type of stuff in. And so let's go ahead and see what it's done here. So can I refresh? Okay. So it did some changes, and what did it do? Yeah, it made more like design changes here. And so we're just going to go ahead and accept all of them. And then I'm just going to go do bun dev. Did it add anything into our components? Let's see, Command R. Okay, what's missing? Oh, placeholder images. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just say fix this build error. Yeah. Let's see, fix this build error. And then hit chat with Codebase. So if you ever have like build errors, really, you shouldn't really have to touch the code very much if you just keep doing this type of iteration, which is nice. And that's kind of one of our goals here, is just to kind of do the less touching of code as possible. Oh, Imrat. Oh, hey, how's it going, Imrat? Thank you for joining. I appreciate you pausing your chores to kind of join in. It's totally unstructured live, and I actually want to kind of distill this down into like a more scripted version, but you inspired me to kind of get this stream started and just say, hey, let's just put it out there as authentic as possible in real time, and we'll just do it live. And whatever questions you have, we flow with it. But I'm going to eventually make like a scripted video. It's going to take a little bit longer just to kind of show distill down all of these things I kind of had floating around and put them down into like a single thought process. So definitely stay subscribed if you haven't already at Ray Fernando 1337. Yes, it's like Perplexity, but in Cursor. So for what Imran is talking about, you do at web, and you can ask questions on the web or grab resources and pull them in. So I'm not exactly sure under the hood what it's doing, but it tends to be really, really good when I ask it about, can you use the latest, SSR for Next.js 14 and at web, and it'll just go and look up the stuff relating to SSR and what other people are talking about for server-side rendering and how to implement those best practices. And it'll try to get that and try to pull it in all in one go instead of you having to do it all. And so the error that we're fixing here is basically in the Next.js config. I kind of know what it's going to happen to do, but I just wanted to see what it was going to do in Cursor. You have to give the domain access so that it can punch out and do the things. So you can do that thing here. And so we're here. If we should now refresh the page, we should be able to load our landing page. And so now we have placeholder images, but that doesn't really look like our design here. And so low-key L, low-key L, yeah. Here, I'm going to do a quick challenge. Let's just do this real quick. Let's see. I want to do side-by-side comparison. Claude, right? So I'm going to go to this. If you want to do, we can do, I think it's available. The projects are available for the paid portion of Claude. So if you pay for Claude, you have access to doing this type of thing where you can actually put your stuff in and create a project. So if you hit create project, what you can do is you could just name this project Next.js 14, whatever you want, and give it its goal. And then on the side, I'm going to put this here to the side, in project knowledge. So what you're going to put into project knowledge is that long system prompt that's available at rayfernando.ai. And so if you go to rayfernando.ai, in here, I have this post called Claude plus Cursor sauce for real. And like, this is the real sauce right here. And if you go to prompt and just go to this one, copy, literally put that in here, save your instructions, and then this is where you cook. And this is going to save you from like having these multiple chat windows that run too long. so that you can not hit your limits in Claude. And so what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to start a new chat, which is right here. And we're going to say exactly what we did in Cursor so that we can, let's see, copy image. I'm going to see if I can paste it here. Paste, maybe? No, okay. So, all right. So I guess I have to add content. And then I'm going to go ahead and save image to downloads or something. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is drag my downloads image in here. So that way it selects it and hit upload. Great. And then we're going to use the exact same prompt I used up here earlier, which is generate a TypeScript code instead of referencing the system prompt that's already kind of implied in here. So we're going to do this. Generate TypeScript code for Lexi reference. Okay. So this is just what we're going to do. And then we're going to hit generate, and you'll see what people are talking about when they get super excited when they say Claude is so good at generating things. So it's going to basically do nearly the same thing that we see in Cursor. But I'm just curious to see like what the differences are, because there's clearly a different underlying system prompt in Claude Sonnet 3.5 that's on the web that's different from what's in Cursor, because Cursor has to then take their things and send it off too. And there's also other features that aren't necessarily announced that Claude is doing underneath the hood, like caching of the prompt and so forth. And so this is using a new thing called artifacts as well. So artifacts is a beta feature in Claude that will basically not only display the code, but also display the actual layout in here. So this is kind of it cooking. And so yeah, so to optimize performance, select implement static site generation for this landing page as content is likely to remain static. So for static. And then use next font to optimize loading here, implement a revalidation strategy for its partners' data fetched from an API, which is awesome. So this is pretty cool. Like just from that system prompts that I was telling you, like the fact that it even just gave us all these things. So we've used server components for performance for SEO. And so I noticed that sometimes the LLM does not know about the latest version of a library and thus generates old code. How would you somehow do that in Claude and Cursor? So the way I would do that is a couple of things. So in Claude here, let's just go ahead and say we want to use the latest like shadcm library, something like that. So I have the existing system prompt. So let's just go to rayfernando.ai. And let's just take this one. So let's just say we always want to, these are all of our instructions. So I'll copy this, I'll paste the instructions in here so it has a file, and say, let's go ahead and go to like Perplexity or something, right? And so does not latest, if you can give me an example of a library that we want to use, that'd be awesome. So in here with Perplexity, it doesn't think I'm a human, so it does not gonna let me in. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Okay. I'm human. What are the latest, what are the best practices for coding with shadcm UI along with next.js 14, Tailwind CSS, and TypeScript. So what's cool about this, you hit go, is basically I want to find out what are the best conventions, what are people doing out there. And what I like about Perplexity is not only does it search just the general internet, it also does a search on YouTube. So like what people are talking about on YouTube. It searches GitHub repositories as well. So it can search GitHub repositories. Here it's also searching like shadcm UI and like those types of things as well. And it's basically talking about project setup, project structure, and these types of things. And so styling and customization. So like this is how these utility classes would get set up. So if you have like a very specific use case, what you can do is then say in Claude, take the system prompt and say like, I want to also implement the best practices for shadcm. I forget even how you spell it, right? Because I've only heard the name. And with dyslexia, you're just so horrible with these things. Okay, shadcm UI. Just copy and paste this one. Okay. for ShadCN UI, as that is going to be my main UI library. And then if you had like a different UI library, you could probably drop in code snippets or examples in here. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is like we're taking the system prompt, which is already pretty good at generating Next.js stuff. And I also want to implement, and this is please update the system prompts so that when I generate code, it does it with this library. And oh, you know what we also should do is like Framer. I also want to use Framer motion library. Okay. So let's go ahead and libraries hit. And so what you can do is take an existing system prompt, and Claude is extremely good at writing system prompts, at writing markdown instructions. And so it will take the essence of what you're asking for and give it the instructions so that another language model can look back at it and then do the right things and comply with that. So what's great, look at this, it's cooking, literally cooking. Yeah. So what I do is just copy the contents, and then I go back into like usually like Notion or something like that. And so I go to Notion, and then I'm just going to say H2 text v6 with, let's see, shad, cn, UI, and framer. And then I put the little arrow in front, hit space, and then it gives us a little toggle, and I'm just going to paste this here. So this is kind of what it generated here on the side. It's this little thing, and it basically gives us the instructions, and it gives us a little bit more of what we should change there at the front, and then the key requirements. So what I need to do is craft it by hand, is change and update the existing v5, and then add those components in. And so everything else is the same from 1 through 13, but now it adds these 2 more rules, and it adds these 2 more capabilities that we should be doing, and the additional guidelines. So 1 through 13 remain unchanged. But it adds additional instructions for using Framer like motion and ShadCN to UI. And it even gives us examples for code generation that we want to do. And so what you can do here isn't just pop these in and like, you can just look at example repos or see if it works. You know, as a first go, if you don't really know how to code or how these things work, you can just try it and see if it works. And if you start to send them out for review and people like complain about them, just take that feedback and just keep iterating back and forth into this type of thing. So you just want to keep like a separate chat that just updates your guidelines and so forth like that. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think I just made up this example of using Framer and ShadCN, which is pretty cool. So that way you don't have to keep telling the language models that you want to use these. If like this is your go-to stack, definitely always do that. Like if you always have a database stack, like I always use Neon Tech for my database, and like you could just do that. So that way I'll implement databases for you. But this is kind of how, Framer Motion kind of does this type of thing. And so, yeah, I mean, basically what I would do is just like duplicate the existing one, and then v6, and then update these requirements in here. So I would basically, take this here and then change this one up here to that. And then what else do we need to do? Key requirements. I'll probably rename this. Because this is now a whole different name now. So all of these things kind of matter for how we're doing this. And by the way, you can get this at rayfernando.ai. So as I'm updating it live, you'll see it refresh, Command Shift R or something. Command R. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So it just takes a little while. So as I'm updating, you'll actually be able to get this sauce right here, which is cool. And it saves you time and so forth. So just a FYI, we can go back into the coding thing just to kind of go back here. So what I wanted to do is try to see if we can get what we were making over here in Claude, and see if we can take a look and see if we can implement this code and see what it looks like, right? See, like, because I wanted to show you the difference of what Claude is doing right now, and how I seem to get results, like more so than the other ones. So here we go, partners. And so what I'm going to do is go back to here. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go to page.tsx here, paste this in, hit X. Okay. And then in Claude as well, let's go back to Claude. Jean-Claude. Okay, so this is, yeah, page.tsx. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong thing. So page.tsx is here, app/page.tsx. I'm gonna move this to the side probably so it's easier. That's probably what's going on. Oop. And then we have components header.tsx. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here in the header. Header. Oop. Okay. And then we're gonna do hero. So it looks like it has a hero section. Hero. So you have to do this a little bit by hand, but it's okay. To me, if the results are better, I'd rather use that one. So partners, components/partners. I don't see a partners section, so I'm going to go ahead and create one. So the file is called partners.tsx. Whoops. Yeah. So click components and hit new file and call it this partners.tsx. And then over here on this side, I'm literally just going to copy the, whoops. Oh, come on. Okay, cool. Import to partners. I think that's it. Save, right? Okay. Cool. So page, is it complaining? Okay, so we have all the different things in here. Components, hero, headers. So what's cool about cursor is if you start to delete and then hit tab, it'll like fill in. So yeah, we should have hero, header. Hero? I don't see header. Yeah. Okay. App components. So header from, because it usually does an index. @/components. I guess it's doing this. Oh, that's strange because usually I can just do the @ symbol. It's probably something with my other file. That's okay. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is hit bun dev and see if we can run this server on port 3001. Let's go ahead and see. Refresh. Well, that's strange. What happened to all my styling? Oh, let's go ahead and check the styling to see if that's changed as well. I also think the fact that my styling could have changed because I had it here in Tailwind config. Yeah, this changed. So I'm going to go ahead and undo these because these were from the previous project. That's right. And then next config JS. And then if there's any styling that I've done, page, layout, and layout. Nope. Okay. I think that's it. So yeah. No, this is not as good. Yeah, you're not using @import. Yeah. Oh well, I thought I did, but I guess it kind of freaked out for whatever reason. It wasn't seeing it. Yeah. Oh, in the alias on start. @import alias on start. How do I fix my @import alias next JS on start? Let's see. Oh, the TS config. That's right. Here we go. Yes, I think that's what's going on. If you're using 13 or later app directory, you might need to update your config file to do this. Is it this after? No. Yes. Right. I do @. Yes. And I hit tab and then cursor accepts the tab and it should punch me back into, yeah. And each of these partners. I forget. No, I'm just going to go ahead and undo this for now. I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Because usually, I thought it did it earlier. Huh. Yeah, it should. Yeah, I don't see it here. I don't know how have to do this anymore. Let's see. Base URL. Maybe that's probably why. Yeah, here we go. That's probably what was going on. Here we go. Page. And then here should already automatically fix it. I think what I should do is just create a new project because I'm just kind of start to overlay the different things. Let's see. Fix in chat. Oh, restart server. Haha. Yes. One dev. I also may need to reopen the app because sometimes it freaks out because of that. Tailwind config. Yeah, restart TS server. Let me quit this here. Let's see, quit. Cursor, open all of the things. Like all of my cursor windows open. It's like, no. Let's see. Okay. That's fine. Let's see. Command minus. Localhost 3000. Can't resolve it. Oh. Let's go ahead and fix my import issues. And then chat with Codebase. So they should be able to review my files and fix the necessary files that are broken. Because I'm pretty sure I did something pretty nasty. Let's see. tsconfig file. What happened here? Has it correct mapping? That's weird. Command Shift P to type. Oh. Command Shift P. Web Dev Cody is awesome. Thank you, Web Dev Cody. Restart TS server. I'm learning something new today. This is great. Restart TS server. Boop. Okay. Oh, I love this hack. You won't need to close it. Dang, this is such a great. So if you do Command Shift P, restart TS server is like literally the hack, which would rebuild everything, I guess. Yes. Okay. So why is it still complaining about module not found? Still having. Let me just rebuild here or rebundev it. Okay. Is it chill? Oh yeah, it's totally messed up. Yeah, it's okay. I'll probably just restart the whole project anyways. Since what I would do is just go ahead and revert my changes, literally all across the board. And yeah, so let's see, git tower. So I used git tower, which is awesome. And then what it does is it'll open this project up in git tower. And then in here, I'll just like stage all. And this is kind of what I was talking a little bit about, where I could basically just revert all my changes. So I could just say, unstage this chunk, please. And then unstage this one, and, because I changed a whole lot of things, right, while doing this project. I did change the layout, this was generated by Next.js. So I created all these folders. So I'm just going to revert everything back. Whoops. Unstage. It should basically remove everything that we created, unstage chunk. Yeah. Because I have like this massive import problem too. Yeah. Or sometimes, since we're just doing demos here, the tsconfig alias settings looking your source folder for apps, not app components. Okay. Oh, that's right. We have a source folder. Oh, okay. You know what? This is a really great point. So here's a bug that looks like kind of happened, was the fact that we used the cursor. Now this is making way more sense. Okay. So kind of stepping back here is that in here in Command Shift I and in the control panel, it looks like it's gone because I restarted. That's the history for the, that's kind of the annoying part, is the fact that the composer history seems to have been gone away. for whatever reason. Composer history here. Show history. It doesn't have our composer from the earlier conversation. Oh, okay, that's painful. What it did was it created the app in, that's right, I have a source directory, and it created it outside of the source directory, and that's kind of why my imports were all messed up, and I'm kind of running through all these different problems, is the fact that it put it into the wrong directory. Thank you for calling that out. I was just kind of scratching my head. I was like, duh. Yeah. So like, that's a really interesting mess up. That it's something to be aware of, and I'm glad I kind of went through, and you can kind of see what happens. You're like, why is my stuff not working? And obviously the autocomplete is going to make it work for you. But one flaw that I just did not really pay attention to is when I had to generate the code for the composer mode, is to see where it actually dumped the code in. And this app should actually be in here in app components. So if I just drag these components in here in app and move them, everything should be kind of chill from there. And then the page.tsx, everything should kind of work within that. So like app in here, move, I think, right? I forget that's how that works. Yeah. But I totally like have worked this app because like there's just so many different things that are going on here. So I'm just probably going to start a new project and then kind of see if we can cook that way, because that'll probably be a lot easier. So let's just go ahead and file, new window. Yeah. You selected import alias at. No, in the Next.js installation step. Oh, I did? Dang it. No way. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I guess I was trying to like pay attention to too many things at once. Let's go through it again. Why not? So, command. So we're going to do I have my command, generate command here down here. Bun command to create Next.js app latest, and hit enter. Cool. Thanks for your patience, and everyone. I'm going to go ahead and continue the music too, because like, let's just make this more chill. Let's see. Did I run out of music? Oh, I need to get some more music here. Lined up. Let's get this going. Cool. Yeah, so for those of you just joining it, wow, 243 people. That's amazing. So what we're doing right now is, while this is kind of loading, we're going to do at latest, bun create app at latest. Oh, actually, I'm going to do that in my workspace. CD workspace, and then bun create app at next latest. And then we're going to do demo 2. And then would you like yes, TypeScript, yes for ESLint, Tailwind CSS, yes, source directory, yes, app router, yes. Would you like to customize the default import alias? No, right? I think that's what I want, right? Because I just want to use the default. So there's like no extras going on there. Yeah, so like there's no customizations. Okay. So that should be doing our thing here. So it's going to create the stuff. So yeah, what we're doing today is just kind of going a little bit over like kind of a workflow of how I use Cursor a little bit. Along with Claude. If you want to work with the add import, select yes. Dang, I don't know how to read. Seriously? If you'd like to customize the default add import alias, you hit yes. So that means you customize it. Is that what that means? Like, that's kind of the way I was reading it. It's like you want to customize it. Otherwise, just leave it the same, because the default is just at star, right? CD demo 2 cursor dot, right? So let's see. In SRC, we have the app, we have the page, and then imports, right? So, okay, cool. So in here, if we just do bun dev, we should just run, right? Run our server. It's building the things, compiling them. Cool. When generating in terminal commands with Command K, I usually switch to Cursor Small or GPT-4 Mini to save my fast requests. Can easily burn through them. Oh, that's a good point. So if you do Command Shift K, down here you can select GPT-4o Mini or the fast. That's a really good point. So that's kind of what Nico's talking about. Thank you, Nico, for that suggestion, because you get 500 fast requests, and if you just use like the Sonnet model, then you're basically going to burn through those requests if you're going to be doing that. So that's a really good point. So you could just do 4.0 mini. Yeah, because usually 4.0 mini is really good overall. So that's a really great tip. Yeah, please excuse the noise in the background. I live in a house. There's other people that live here too. So I'll probably turn it down a little bit when that's going on. We have music in the background for the vibes. So I appreciate that. All right. Same with the chat panel. I only use fast requests with Composer. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it also depends on how often that you're composing. For me, yeah, I've already burned through 500. I'm already like almost at 600, I think. So yeah, I might have to do that strategy there. Thank you for coffee. Coffee, then code. Everyone's coming through. I really appreciate the community here just kind of showing up and sharing. Everyone's kind of sharing their different things here as we go through this stuff. Cool. So let's see. All right. So we're up. Clearly. All right. So we have our app. It's running. And then we're going to go back to Claude because we basically generated a landing page somewhere here so yeah, we were trying to recreate this. And then my Claude thing said, hey, like, here's how you do it. And so go ahead and put this into app page.tsx. So the page.tsx will be here, and we're just going to copy this. Oops. Oh my gosh. So what was cool about the last time I did this is the fact that it generated the separate files, so I don't have to do anything, which was nice. So I can't find, oh yeah, this is where it's going to be looking for this different things. So components header. So app, new folder, new file. Oops. All right. I should be able to just do SRC. So if I click SRC, new file, components header. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. There we go. Maybe that's kind of why we're gonna be chilling. So if I copy and paste this here and we go back to page, components and header should link to the thing, right? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Cool. It's working now. All right. Yeah, I think my folder structure was all messed up. Yeah, here we go. And then Command Shift P, as Cody says, to restart TypeScript server. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. I love that. So am I tripping here? What is going on? Has no default export. Is that what's going on? Yeah. Oh, I see. Ha, it generated the code with const header. Oh, okay. Wow. Oh, that's what I'm missing down here. Yep. Export. I didn't copy it all the way, so let me just copy it. See, that's the only problem. It's much better to have it in, like, in the composer view. But the composer didn't generate a good job of this whole thing, so let's see. Hero. Hero.tsx. Okay, so we go to here, components, new file, hero.tsx. Paste this here. Great. And then we're going to do partners.tsx. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. New file. TSX. Great. Cool. Have you tried Super Maven compared to Cursor? I need to try out Cursor still. No, I want to try Super Maven. Please tell me. Super Maven. What is free AI code companion? Oh, from JetBrains? Oh no, it's a plugin. Okay. Hacker News as well? Dang, they're blowing up. Let's go. Fastest Copilot. So is this just done in terminal? That's pretty hot. Not gonna lie. Let me move this here. Wow. Okay, JetBrains VS Code, NeoVim. Okay, cool. Yes, this looks like an inline version. Is this free? Let's see, plans and pricing. Pff, that's amazing. $10 a month. Huh. Yo, that looks cool. I'm gonna play with this. So this looks a million token context window. Damn. $5 a month with super amazing tax credits. Adapts your coding style. See, I like this feature, the fact that it adapts your coding style, because one of these things, like right now, is that these IDEs don't really do that. And if it can learn what your coding style is over time, that's pretty damn awesome. So it's a VS Code extension. We could probably install that here. So Cody, it can create files on the fly like Cursor. It looks like it should be able to, right? Let's find out more about create tab 9. Huh. There's a whole thing here. I'm gonna do perplexity. So while we cook, let's see. Tell me about super Maven Maven code extension. Can it generate files? I haven't found a huge difference in the quality of autocomplete with Super Maven compared to Cursor++. That's a good point. Nico, I'm curious about the 1 million token context window and if that has been helpful at all, because that'd be really interesting. To me, this, as my project grows, I think that'd be really interesting to do the different things. Right now, basically, for the stuff that I'm doing, it's just going from 0 to like design to code and launching like pretty fast. Speed up in efficiency, edit sequencing, file generation. Yeah, so it does do file generation, which is awesome. File attachments, diff viewing as well. And here's some screenshots. So sent routes here at an endpoint. So it like talks to, looks like GPT-4o and like does some endpoint adding there. That's pretty cool. I installed it yesterday. It's a lot faster than Copilot. I still need to try Cursor. I haven't verified the 1 million context window is legit. I mean, I imagine it's probably using some Google thing underneath the hood to like store the context, or they have their own thing. That's kind of really cool. But that's really, thanks for the heads up. That's really awesome. Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Huh? Great. No, I love the suggestions. I love everything that people are doing here to help, and I really appreciate that. And because it's really cool. So I think we're back onto this landing page. What we were trying to do is try to recreate this landing page that I saw on Twitter. I was like, why can't we recreate it? Let's see if we can do it. So what I might do is try to break them apart in different screenshots. So like I might try to see if I can just get this section and see if we can build that, and then get this section and build that. Because sometimes that could be easier for us. So we're just experimenting, because Cursor Composer mode didn't really do it as well. And it's possibly because the site is a little bit, the clarity of the image is not maybe that clean. And so it's trying to infer a lot of things as far as like what a landing page is. But it should be able to do it. So that's kind of why I'm a little surprised. Here, I think we're just already running the server. So let's go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah. Boom. See, look at that. So this is actually already running. So this is Claude Sonnet. So Claude Sonnet generated the code that we saw here that I was pasting in with these components. So we created the header, we created the hero, we created the partners. This is the page TSX thing. Just restart my server here. I don't think it matters, but it's just more for the internal. See, it resolves them. But yeah, look at that. Dang. Dang. Yo. Do you realize what we just did? Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back and cook. Hold up. Yo, this is exciting. Hold on. So what had happened was we gave the screenshot to Claude Sonnet. So this is the difference between like the two, and this is kind of why it took our job. This is web dev Cody. I'm telling you, 1K landing pages, Claude Sonnet. Let's go. I got you. 1K. If I can't do it in 24 hours, it's free, right? Like I could build a 1K landing page for $1,000, and if I don't do it in 24 hours, it's free. How about that? Like I'm gonna make that landing page to make the landing page for people to pay for it. Yo, that's so crazy. Like that should be our goal. Claude is built different. Sheesh, bro. Sheesh. Okay. I missed it. What happened? Okay. So what we did, what happened is that we went to Claude and we created a project with my Epic prompt to generate the TypeScript code. I literally just put the screenshot in Claude. I told it this one-liner to create the code, and I said, go cook. And basically it just said, all right, I got you, fam. Let me just generate the code for you. And then what we did by hand was I made my little, app/page, components header, and put all the different things into here. I just created a new project just to not deal with our previous dependency issues that we had with the previous thing that were going on. And then the magic was like, all right, let's load the page and see how it looks like. And here's what happened. This is the landing page based off that screenshot. Like, isn't that wild? So we basically, it's so crazy. So we went from basically like here, it's this to like this. I mean, it got the rounded buttons thing going on. It got the fastest payments thing here. It even has little trust badge idea. It has even look at this highlights when I put the mouse over it, like that shadow is hot. That is beautiful. Click the pricing and like this screenshot here is a placeholder. If I scroll down, it has the as seen on with the bottom. God, I think it is Cody here. Let's see, Control Command R. Look at this, my friend Cody. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Your job is taken, my friend. Our jobs are. It's already roto responsive. Claude is so successful and created React Native UI. I'm telling you. Look at that. It has the mobile logo on the side. Come on. Like based off this screenshot. Claude Sonnet, you a bad man. Yo, that is bonkers. So if you want this prompt, literally at Ray Fernando, I'm gonna put this into the chat. If you can get this here, just go to rayfernando.ai. And then what you can do there is just go to the sauce at the very top. So if you just go to rayfernando.ai, I have it right here at the very top. It's Claude plus, this is just literally for the live stream. If you click this, you'll get the sauce. And so just grab the V5 prompt. This is literally what we just built it off of here. Copy this, go into Cursor, create like a new project in here. Name your project, let me cook, whatever. And then in here is where you would basically, in the project knowledge like instructions, you go to edit, paste that prompt into here. This is where you cook, my friends. And then create a new chat. And all you do with the new chat is drag in your screenshot and literally tell it, cook. My friends, just cook. That's the prompt. You just tell it, generate the landing page with this. And then just that's it. It's game over. Claude is better than Cursor with Claude. Must be better Claude prompt behind the scenes. Yes, definitely. 1000% Imran. That's what's going on, is that Claude itself has a lot of, it's a larger language model. And even though it's referencing the same thing, they're doing a lot of tricks behind the hood with their LLM so that they cache the system prompt so they don't have to rerun it again. And see, the problem with Cursor is they have to send up a lot of context all the time. And they have just announced, Claude has just announced their new caching feature behind the scenes. And so it's possible that Cursor can be catching up. The other advantage, if you haven't seen, there's a leak of the Claude Sonnet prompt, and it's like massive. It's like super massive, especially with artifacts. And that's something that Cursor doesn't necessarily have because Cursor is a more focused app. But I think that's kind of what we're seeing some of the genius here of why it's just so good. And so here is where we're going to really start to cook here. Because now that we have this actually landing page here, see web dev Cody, it's already mobile friendly. We can stretch this to the side. Look, this is so crazy. Yeah, we can go super wide. This is our landing page already. It's almost done. Yo, this is so crazy. Yeah, you can get much larger context with Claude on Anthropic's site. Cursor is limited to 10K. Per chat, as I know, as far as I'm mistaken. That's also another thing. Yeah, it's unknown what their context window is and how they're doing that, but that would make sense. They kind of limit it, and it's kind of why it's so narrow in scope. But I tend to use Cursor, like the composer view, to incrementally build and keep building, if you know what I mean. So that I mean I'll keep yeah. But you can also set a prompt in Cursor. Yes. So one of the reasons and this is like in the rules for AI is kind of where you can do that there. Or I think there's like editor settings where you can change the things for the system prompts, something like that. Models. These are the different models that you have, and they're OpenAI keys if you want to use them, and the features. And then in Cursor here, you can actually like add documentation for certain websites, and then reference them. So here's one I have for like ESLint and Clerk middleware when I was implementing Clerk middleware stuff. So that's under like this little gear here. And then the beta feature, you just have Composer enabled. This is kind of why I keep those different things. So the reason why Claude is so good is that it opens separate contexts for operations to be performed within the same context and treats them as separate operations. Yes. Yeah. Basically, you just create a new thing and you do that thing. And so as a bonus feature, I also wanted to drop like the marketing copy. So I think it's really cool to like, once you make the landing page, how do you sell it? And so one of the recent, I saw an article and I couldn't find it, but I'm going to just drop this on you because you've stayed here so far, and we already have like 274 people in the live stream. So that's amazing. We got 17 people on YouTube watching. Definitely hit the follow if you haven't done so. I really appreciate that. We're just going to be cooking. I like to do this type of stuff. And so I have a project, and it's called Improve Landing Page Copy. And so what I did was I did a study of like landing pages, and somebody had posted some really great advice on the best way to convert for like website visitors. And so they're basically explaining that the call to actions and like the use case marketing is probably like the best way that resonates with a lot of people. So like why use case marketing actually is like the best. And so I've put that knowledge that I saw literally from a LinkedIn post. It wasn't even like a LinkedIn post that I don't really use LinkedIn, but somebody sent me the link. I was like, hey, this is really good, because I was asking them about marketing stuff. And so I had Claude generate basically some context and actually give it some rules about how to do like analysis for landing pages and improve it. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take this existing like page that we just designed with Claude, like this thing here, and we can make this faster. So fastest way to manage payment anytime you want. So we're going to go that, basically put that here and see if we can improve it. So this is an example of what I've done for like my friend with Snap Studio. And so I literally put his website in here with screenshots. I said, hey, take this website, and here's like the markdown version of his website, and then generate some use case marketing copy for Snap Studio, because within that, and it says like, cool. So here's like some use case copy. So transform, like it gives me the header of what to put. And like for musicians, Capture Studio. So like it's very targeted for use cases. And what's great about especially landing pages is that whenever you like can speak to your audience directly, what feels like you're talking to them, it's extremely effective. And Claude is really good at copy for doing this type of stuff. Mr. KKE, hello, good day. I have to go and learn how to carry things on my back. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Firestarter. And in 2-3 years, I have to watch humanoids take it away from me. Yeah. No, this has been pretty cool to do these things. So yeah, kind of continuing on. This is kind of how the use case copying works. So it actually kind of gets very specific for how it would improve the copy. And then you can iterate further down. So like, this is great. Now let's go ahead and just focus on the use case for musicians. So please write a landing page copy for that. And so this is what it does. It basically generates the template for the landing page copy that we want. And so this is what you would use to basically fill into the page. So I heard they nerfed Claude yesterday. I don't think so. I just think that context windows, not that they've gotten shorter, but it's easier to put things into projects. And just to kind of step back a little bit. So projects are kind of repeatable tasks that you do all the time. And what ends up happening is that a lot of people frequently just stick to one chat window and just like they could scroll back forever. It gets a little lost because once we go from designing a landing page and we want to start to do a marketing copy, and like sticking into one chat workflow is probably the most ideal use state right now. But right now, they haven't figured out a good way to kind of make that happen. So they're forcing people to kind of create new chats. And when you create a new chat, you kind of lose a little bit of the magic that happens of you kind of sticking to one thing. But the way around that I've found is to create projects. So when you create a project, you start to basically narrow your scope of what you want to do. So I have a project for basically creating templates for like landing pages. I wanted to basically improve landing page copy. And so what we've done so far is create a template for like a landing page, which we just saw. And now we're going to take that and push it into do a landing page to improve like the copy. Like that means like the things and so forth. So what's nice about that, I even have one for generating YouTube titles. So this is one I use for basically generating titles for YouTube. And it has, you know, a lot of instructions here. And the way that you would generate them is like, if you have something that you like, the output, the way that you do this, Mr. MVRKE, is that you tell, like if you got a really great output for something, you say, okay, now that we've done this, I want to repeat this process over and over again. Go ahead and generate instructions in Markdown so I can give it to another LLM so it can do that. And what it does, it generates all of the sauce that you've been cooking with in that chat into like a set of instructions. And that's where you go and hit and create new project. And you put those instructions in here into as part of the product knowledge. And the product knowledge, you know, has a little edit here. And this is where you put this custom instructions for that. That's where then you'll have this repeatable things. And so now those like long windows basically get compressed down into these instructions that can be repeated over again. And so you just start chatting with that project in here each time you want to do that. So that's kind of like the 10x workflow that you would want to use and so forth. So to do that. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So like improve landing page copy. We're just going to go ahead and see if we can improve the landing page copy for this thing. So help me make improve the landing page copy for my site. And then I'll just literally just drag in that screenshot here. And so this is that screenshot where we basically, you know, this is the fastest way to design. So we just hit go. We'll just see what it comes up with, you know, because I have no clue. Let's just say I have no clue, right? So initial analysis, it does an analysis of the copy and it says current marketing approach is product marketing. The target audience here is individuals and businesses looking for efficient payment solution. And the key benefits and features are fast payment management. This is literally like talking to someone from marketing and they just giving you this like $500 breakdown of your site and why it needs to be improved. Like, right? Crazy. I'm gonna give this to you for free, like right now. So this is nuts. This is so nuts. Absolutely bonkers. This is how we're gonna cook with AI, my friends. So the next steps, implement A/B testing with different variations. So I think what we like want to do is we're trying to take this and like really sell the features, right? The fastest way to manage payments anytime you want. And what did they say as our kind of variations? So manage payments in seconds, anytime, anywhere. Never miss a payment again. I like this version too. Your all-in-one solution for stress-free financial management. Mobit transforms the way you handle money, sets reminders, automate recurring payments. CTA, take control now. Primary, explore features, secondary. So like, let's just go with variation 2. Let's go with variation 2. This is cool, right? So it says, okay, you're doing product marketing. Let's do variation 2. And then it should basically generate the entire page for the marketing stuff that we want. So it's this excellent choice. Tired of juggling? Yeah, so while this is going, I'm gonna go back here and then what I'm just gonna do is just commit everything. So locally, git command to check in code. So in here in the command K, we just did GPT-4o mini at the bottom, and it says git add dot. So it's going to add everything that we've done in this session, and it's going to commit. And it even made a commit message for me. It says fix module not found errors and so forth, and git permission domain. And so I'm going to go ahead and click here and just YOLO. So here we are. So it says could not read from a remote repository. I don't think I have a remote repository, right? Cool. So it should be checked in. Yeah. So if I do, I could show you visually what that looks like. So git tower and then hit dot. And so Git Tower is a really cool app for me to visually see what's going on. So we started with our next app, which is here. And then from here, you can see what we did when we checked this in. So this is fixed module not, and these are the files that we added. So what's great about this is like anytime I have a step that before I want to change something like marketing copy, I like to just check it in just so that it will just be saved here. And so that we can do, kind of reference it later on. When you have the site live, what I usually do is just create a new branch can call it a feature branch. So that way I can always have like the main site up, but on the side, like, we can kind of deploy and test. But that could be kind of covered a little bit later. So that's the way I use this command K at the bottom. So boom, that saves me time. What's nice about it is that it literally put the git commit message, and I hate typing those things in. And it just did it for us right there. All like in one go, basically. So now that we have this new copy, look at this. Dang. It cooked. AI, is it taking our jobs? It's augmenting our jobs. I feel like you can become like a legend with this. This is how you take your landing pages from $100 to like $1,000 real quick. Yo, this is fire. Not gonna lie, this is way hot. Never miss a payment. This is so cool. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy this contents. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is we have a couple of options. I'm going to try two things. The reason why I checked in the code is I'm going to try to see if I can, now that we have our base layout for our app, let's just go ahead and see what cursor can do. Because this seems to be like, I'm pretty happy a little bit with the design of what we got so far here. Let's just go ahead and see if we can iterate a little bit more from this. So I'm just going to do the command I. And so I'm going to go ahead and just chat with, I'm going to add all the files. Why not? Just page, hero, header. Okay. Hit done. And I'm going to tell cursor to say, here is the marketing copy from the marketing team. Oh, the marketing team has given me this copy. Go and implement it. And then colon, and I hit like shift enter, paste this thing in. So this is the markdown literally from Claude about optimizing our landing page copy. And as you can see, it put that in here, and I'm gonna just go ahead and chat with Codebase as well. So let's go ahead and cook, my friends. Claude Sonnet 3.5, let's go. So let's see what happens. Let it cook. Certainly. Yo, this is crazy. So let's start with the hero component. So it's updating the hero component right now. Let's see, what are you doing? What you doing, Claude? What you doing, cursor? Yo, okay. See, it's changing the copy for me. I don't have to do this by hand. Why would I want to go in there and do it by hand? Features. Okay. It even has like next image. Let's go. Let's go. Partners. This is so good. Oh, I'm so glad you're finding value in this. This is so awesome. I always wondered. But yeah, this is how you step up your marketing pages. And then Imran, just wait till we get to like animations and stuff. That's where we're going to like really start to take this to another level. So I'm going to go ahead and accept all. All right, so we close this out. And so let's go ahead and take a look at our site. So let's go ahead and refresh it here. And I'm going to run the server bun dev. Boop. And then refresh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Did it cook? I love Composer, but it can sometimes get you in trouble if you do too much at once. Pretty hard to reverse back several steps if you had a mistake. I agree, Nico. Which is kind of why I'm a big fan of like Git pushing a lot, because you have this, at least you have a way to kind of go back if something gets too far out of hand, or like what I did, I closed cursor and I lost all this context. And so I can't pull that back. So that's kind of like the sad face. So yeah, definitely check in your code as much as possible, especially if you're going to start doing like next changes. Like we're going to start changing marketing copy. So I want to have different versions available so that I can revert to or switch branches and pretty much snap back. It feels like you're snapping right back into different things here. So yeah, here we are. This is our redesigned page now. So like now we've taken that screenshot and we've enhanced it with even better copy. Never miss a payment again. Your all-in-one solution. Tired of juggling? And so it says, take control now, watch demo. Yo, not gonna lie. This, what? Download from App Store, see pricing. This is take control now, watch demo. Like to me, take control now. Take control now. What? This is, and look at this. Like even has the stars up here. And then like, okay, let's do it side by side because this is hot. This is hot, not gonna lie. This is real major. This is so good. This is too good. I like this quote. Has limited, like it has the, not only does it have the actual like what the users say, like and like how many happy users there are. Like it doesn't say people, it says used by 21,000 plus happy users. Like it describes the users as happy. That's so good from a copy perspective. Dang. It even has like one of the quotes from a small business owner. I haven't missed a payment in months. Why choose? It's like, look at that. Effortless bill management. Private, secure, financial clear. Start your 30-day trial as featured. Yes, the left definitely looks better. We haven't even, we don't have any images right now. Like this screenshot image, you know, is probably like, you'd probably want that, we'll get that different things. And like we obviously put the logo in. And then we also need to kind of improve the fonts. So maybe we'll have that basically do our things there. So composer feature request, save the changes before accepting so you can view the page, update, and then reject, accept, and composer. Yes, plus 1,000. So yeah, actually that's a really good feature request. I think they do feature requests if you go cursor.com into the forums, right? Forums. We may be able to like complain on the forums and say, hey, we want this feature. Like literally, I think it's a site feedback. Oh no, that's site feedback. General. In one of the topics, I feel like there should be like a feedback section. Feedback / my thoughts. Yeah, there's a feedback topic. And then create a new topic in here and definitely do that. I'll definitely upload it because I feel like they probably track it in here too. But I'll ping them. I'll let them know because I that's exactly what I want to do. It's almost like artifacts where I want to go in here, see the changes, and if not, then just do the things. Wow, that's so sick. Yeah. So yeah, here we are. That's kind of the thing. This is, do you pay for Cursor and Claude separately? Or if you pay for Cursor, you have Claude with full credits? Yes, I pay for both. The way I look at it is basically it's a free employee. So here, each of them are enhancing what I do, and they act differently in very different ways. And so the advantage I get, I feel like with the Claude payment is the autofill and the things that can kind of go in and index my code, because Claude Sonnet only lets me upload about 5 files for Claude Sonnet, and that's like kind of the max. So I can't really put my whole code base in there. So I kind of use both. So like I could chat with the code base and ask questions, or I can, you know, like on Cursor, and then the Cursor plus plus thing does the autofill, which we haven't really used too much yet, but you'll kind of see how that will go out. And then Claude Sonnet is basically marketing copy. As you can kind of see the way I have like my projects laid out. Not only do I do like just, you know, generating code, but I do trying to learn how to do marketing and like kind of have those iterations and trying to do other tasks that I do like on repeat as well. So done. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Imrat. Yes. For the feedback. Yeah. That'd be super helpful. Yes. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. So that's kind of what we have here. So I think what we want to do is now work on the design, right? So then we have this guy here. So this is home features, reviews, pricing, and then live on Twitch and YouTube. Yes, I am on YouTube as well. So YouTube at Ray Fernando 1337. And down here, you should see my live right now. Yeah, we're cooking. Yeah, 12 watching. Yeah, that's what's happening. Also on x.com. If you follow Ray Fernando 1337, I try to keep it sort of the same. And then within here, you'll see me. Yeah, here we are. So I have this live stream right now. There's like 200 something viewers. And then also have the sauce for the stream. So for those who are following along, rayfernando.ai, you can click this sauce and it should basically get you to some of the prompts. X does have a chat, actually. Yes. It's kind of hard to discover because it's not always visible, but you have to like, once you go into the stream on mobile, you kind of have to like click those dots or something and chat, or you tap the screen and it reveals the chat. It's not always very clear how to get to it. And it also depends, I think, Android versus Apple, how to reveal that. But I think if you tap the screen, it may reveal more options. So I think one of the things I wanted to share with you before I even forget, but I'm going to do this use case marketing thing. So this is the prompt for the LLM that I wanted to share with you, so that way you guys can have the sauce and create a new project in the way that I was doing it. So so this is my Claude for real prompts, and then this is my Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do here is going to create a new H2 and we call it marketing prompts and then prompt v1. And then I'm going to do this way. Oops. Great /code. Paste this in. Okay. So this is the prompt you want for like a landing page analysis. And you'll probably use this for generating the prompts, kind of the way that we did there. So that way you can have, basically update the marketing copy for any of your sites. And it should basically be better for that. And so let's go ahead and go back to any way to make it the last message go away. It covers what you're typing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yes. You mean like this? Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes. I think is that kind of what you're talking about, or like making me smaller like here? Yeah. I can. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. I know that people are watching and I can move it out of the way or be more diligent about it because I have a couple screens. So just an FYI, I probably want to show you my setup right now. So this is me. This is like where I'm at. This is literally like the camera, and actually the camera follows me. So let me just kind of stop it from following me. But this is like literally the live setup, and like there's a screen up there, and like this is kind of what you're seeing on the screen, and like the music stuff down here. So yeah, we're doing this in real time. It's pretty cool, and I definitely appreciate your patience while I'm kind of trying things out here. And then I got my second camera there. It looks pretty fly. I got my actually people probably want to see the what the actual like board is down here. So I have my little Rodecaster, and this is kind of what I'm doing to like switch camera angles. Yeah, and then switch to like the screen so that way you can see me. And yeah, and so that's kind of a little bit a tour of the layout of like the house and kind of what's going on. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is such a vibe right now. Yeah, that's, oh yeah. Thank you for the reminder. I try to get rid of them as much as possible. So does Cursor hook into your Claude project then? Sorry, I think I'm missing how they integrate. WebDev Cody, they don't. They're currently separate things. I use them for separate use cases. And so I basically, I basically use them separately and was kind of showing a little bit of the difference here of why I use Claude Sonnet on the web as much as possible. And what I saw at the Cursor meetup was they actually integrated projects into their own thing. So the projects aren't going to actually sync up between the two. Projects are going to be their own thing inside of Cursor. So Cursor is going to have a section called projects, and you can give it system prompts in the way that I was giving system prompts in Claude. It's something that they've already been working on and they're going to announce, but it won't link between your two accounts. And in essence, hopefully it will be better than what we're currently experiencing right now in like what we're trying to do with Cursor, the composer mode. So composer mode, I was trying to see if there was a hack. And so that's why I created this markdown file with my system prompt. So I was trying to see if I can reproduce the project's capability within that, but it doesn't seem to be reproducing the same way that I saw in person when I gave my prompt to the gentleman at the meetup, and he was able to implement the site. So yeah, I think that's just kind of a FYI. Great setup. Hey, yo, Cody in the chat. Yeah, it's official. Yeah, it's official. WebDev Cody, long time fan. Yeah, WebDev Cody's awesome. For those who don't know, it's like he's got a bunch of stuff going on. I see him a lot on X, and then I think he also does the streams on YouTube. And I've watched several of his like tutorials for learning how to do things. It's kind of why I've encouraged to go and like learn to like have, oh wow, he's got an imposter. Oh my gosh, that's how legit he is. Yeah, awesome developer, super humble. Definitely go give him a follow. Yeah, WebDev Cody, if you haven't realized, is on here and like teaching you how to do different things. And for me, it's really encouraged me to branch and venture out, because I used to I have more of like a hardware software development background. And it's been kind of nice to just play around with the AI toys and do stuff as well here. So yeah, WebDev Cody's got it going on. He's playing around with Hono. And so that's something I want to check out as well. I'm like low-key been watching from the side. And it's like, oh, that's going to be my next thing. So it's such cool stuff. He also posts really funny things here that you should go definitely check out. So yeah. I realize your on-screen chat was a clickable choice, so you can show the question, and I love that. Yes, definitely makes it easier for the experience, but sometimes I forget that to click away like this. So then I forget that I'm even doing whatever I'm doing. So yeah. So that's definitely cool. But I do love the interaction. Have you built a web app yet? Yes, actually I have. I have built a thing called TruthTorch. So truthtorch.ai. Actually, I've built several web apps. So this is literally built using a template from Vercel. So Vercel template, I took the idea that I did in Python and just made it like an official Next.js app with clerk authentication, and it connects to basically a database. So the database is all, it's a Redis database that comes built in with Vercel. And the reason why I did that is because it was most of the code was basically done in essence, and I just had to like change different things. And this was before Cursor, so literally I was just using ChatGPT to go back and forth so many times to do the things. But basically, you can grab an article from the internet. For example, like this Techno Optimist post from, like I just got the first sample from Mark Andreessen, and you hit enter, and what it does is it basically does an analysis of the post. And so what's great about it is it just tells you like what's their tone, emotional appeals, resentments, logical fallacies, and various things. And it basically tells you if there's any confirmation bias, and basically tells like what I'm trying to figure out is like, are they lying or not? Are they full of crap? Are they even doing what they're say they're doing? And this just kind of gives that type of thing. So this is like what I'm basically exposing in the app is basically my backend. It's like what's actually happening in the background with the language model. Because I really want to exercise how these language models actually work and can they actually give me reliable, repeatable information. And that's kind of where I learned this trick about Markdown and having it completely always output very like structured information. So this was like a really cool project that helped me with my discovery of this. I think it's TruthTorch landing. Yeah. So I also made a landing page for this a while back when I had to sign up for like joining the waitlist, since now the TruthTorch just redirects to the site to sign in. But this was the landing page I created. And so, yeah, literally just email. So I got about 100 people to sign up on the waitlist, literally just by having this as like, and this just comes from tailwindui.com. And so Tailwind UI has a bunch of templates. And so this is kind of like the next level. If you want to like how you can utilize Cursor now, you just get a landing page template type of thing like this, and then just build on top of it. And literally you'll have like a really, really good designed landing page, and you can just insert whatever you want into that. So like it has these types of things, and these components come with these types of things. This is a paid template, of course, and it's not something that I would like release to the public saying, hey, this is open source, because this is their work. This is what people pay for. You're not really allowed to like open source something like this because it's paid for. But if you're selling stuff to clients, if you're doing client work, you can take a design like this. It's already really good. It's already mobile friendly as well, as we kind of resized for mobile. And then same thing with like TruthTorch, it's like also mobile friendly. These types of things, and it's basically ready to go. And that's kind of how I made mine. So you can kind of see right in here. Where is mine? Yeah, see? Join waitlist. Takes you right to the thing. Easy, right? And then just get people to sign up. It looks so good. Just simple. Like that's all you need. Get people to sign up, and like you're Gucci, right? Like this. That's all you do. So yeah, this is basically my web app. And then I'm going to show you a preview of it right now of kind of what I've been working on to update the app. So that way you can kind of see. I have a lot of different things going on. So let's see, in chat, I have an analysis component that I'm making. So what I'm going to do is basically make this into my app. So whenever you put an article in, it's basically just going to show you like its overall truthfulness as a score. And if you want to like dive deeper, you can do that. So you can actually then, for example, here's like the version 2 of it, because I was doing this. So you can select a different component and like kind of do it down like that. So this is going to be coming soon. So that way it's not really less like the text thing is more for the background so that I can understand how to score it. And then the visual UI is just really what's going to be shown to the user. So, but right now you can just go to truthtorch.ai and you can actually, it's literally free using Clerk. I use Clerk authentication. And then you can do that. What's great is you can also like do analysis and share chats and stuff. So if you hit login or sign up, it's free. You just use a Google account and you're pretty much in. So yeah, just FYI, if you're kind of looking to do that type of stuff. So yeah, we have that here. We have our, if I refresh rayfernando.ai, you should now see the marketing prompts on my website. So you can just get this marketing prompts to improve your landing page copy. And then in here, I think what we're going to go ahead and do is now that we have the copy and we kind of like it, so we're just going to do a similar command. Oops. So I'm just going to do Command Shift K, git push latest changes. And so it should, or I don't think that's it. Let's see, commit latest changes and push. Cool. I was hoping that it was going to make a better commit message than commit latest changes, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, cool. So here we are. We're doing a thing. All right. So now if we just kind of take a look at Tower. So Tower will show us, I think, I don't know. Where did the app go? Okay. It's okay. For some reason, I guess it was minimized. Here we are. My bad. So in here, it looks like we ran out of music. I'm just going to get some more music for us here. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit play. Thank you. We have the latest changes, and these are the marketing changes that were done on our app here. So that's kind of there and kind of out of the way a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit the next track as well. And then we're going to go ahead and see if we can improve the user interface. So if we do back to the composer view, now that we've updated the marketing copy, okay, so let's go ahead. Help me improve the design by using animations like with framer motion and other modern web development techniques with Tailwind CSS. Okay. So let me just go ahead and chat with Codebase then. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and add these files back. So features, hero, pro page. I don't think there's anything else. Layout, maybe. Also page here. We have page. Yeah. Cool. Hit done. Going to have chat with Codebase and just let it cook. Cool. So let's go ahead and see here. We're going to go back. So this is our page so far. And we're going to see if we can cook some more. And so it's telling us about installing Framer Motion, which is cool. So let me go ahead and see if I can move this out of the way. I'm going to just do bun install Framer Motion. And it should give us the right bun command. Oh, that's an interesting bug. Huh. Bun command to install Framer Motion. It should just be bun add something. Bun install, okay. Just do that. So now let's update the components and animations with the improved design. So we're going to take a look and it's telling us everything it's doing right now. So this is cool. So if I do bun dev, I should be able to see the design right now. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this screen here. Bun dev. Okay. Refresh. Let's see if I broke anything yet. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I broke a bunch of things. It's probably like also another things with like use client. So we'll see. Okay. So now let's update the components. So it added Framer Motion, introduced staggered animations, button designs. Okay. Gradient colors if they're not already. I'm going to accept all. Okay. So I'm going to refresh. I'm pretty sure that this is basically one of these should be like a use client component, because everything is like next server by default. And so what I'm going to do, yeah. So we've added the package. Doesn't seem to be complaining. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is that it doesn't have that nice, I'm going to see if I can help it, have it refactor for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and commit the latest changes. I don't need to push to origin. Added framer. Let's see. Added framer motion. So, okay. So that way we're just going to keep track of things as we go. And we could still revert if something really bad goes on. So here, is there a problem? No, there's no problem. Okay. And just restart. Command-Shift-P is our hack here to restart the TypeScript server, which is great. So it'll like redo the thing so that we don't have to restart. All right, cool. So what I want to do is then go back to rayfernando.ai and then take our V5 prompt here and then help me refactor. Be sure to follow the guidelines for next.js 14. And then I'm just going to paste my prompt in, and then I'm just going to go ahead and hit, oh my gosh, I think I lost the, is it Command-Shift-Enter to chat with Codebase? Yeah. All right, cool. So it's going to review my entire codebase and then try to see if we can use those instructions to generate the code. So we'll see. Cool. So thank you for providing the guidelines. And so the guidelines, for those who don't know, earlier I shared my like big prompt for Next.js so that you can do code generation with these types of requirements. And what I find is it does comply a lot better with like sticking to like these specific rules for like using client for client components, and it's timed out. Okay, let's go ahead and try again. And kind of following these types of conventions, because sometimes it can differ, not really follow them pretty closely. So cool. So it looks like it updated the features to do interactive when clicked. Let's see. I don't see the code though. Accept all. Oh, I think it failed to generate. Accept. Okay. And then what else happened? Where else did it make the code changes? In Composer, if I go down. So it did it in Hero, and then features component to do more interactive. So, okay, accept. Oh, I think here's a problem. One of the problems is that it created two components folders. That's interesting. That's so strange. Like, why did it do that? Huh. Did I misspell it? I think I did. COMPONENTS. Okay. Oh, SRC app. This one is in SRC. Oh, okay. App/components, app/components. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I just don't know how to code in like TypeScript, Next.js, I guess. And that's kind of why it's all backwards. So let me just go ahead and just undo these then, right? Because I find it really strange that it basically would put them in the separate folder and not use my existing one, right? I don't think it changed anything. Huh. Yeah, let me just undo these changes. Unstage all. Yeah. So that basically I should just get rid of them. Yeah. Delete. Move trash. And then Hero. I don't think Hero changed. Yeah. So this is kind of why I like to git commit, because we're back to where we started before the prompt. And where it totally messed up here is in the Composer view, is that basically it just didn't kind of follow those commands. So it's like interactive cards. Yeah. So the instructions where what I should probably do is like, let me just go ahead and run the build and see if it can know what to do. So I do bundev. And so let's just go back to the server here, refresh it. And so what we're going to go ahead and do is just get these errors and tell it to fix the errors. So instead of like trying to do some prompt magic right now, we'll just tell it to fix the errors. Help me fix the build errors. So I'm just going to literally grab all this here. It should have it in the windows. Actually, here's what it'll do. Command-Shift-I. I shouldn't have to do any of this stuff. I just do fix the build errors and hit chat with Codebase. So it's going to try to fix it for me. So yay, cool. Oh, that's awesome. I like this actually a lot. So it's basically moving my code over because I put them mistakenly in the wrong nested directory. So it should actually be in the app directory, not in the root source directory. And so that it basically moved them over for me. So now we're here. So do we have a problem? Make sure all of these files are in this directory. If you're still encountering specific errors, accept all. Okay. So I think now I have a problem. It's because it doesn't look like it's supposed to look. Yeah, the layout seems to be messed up now. Let's see here. Cool. Yeah, the layout is totally broken. Yeah, so what I'm gonna go back to here is, okay, so then I should, if I go back to page, I think it's referencing the wrong modules, right? It's referencing my all correctly. Okay. Huh. So the layout seems to be broken. And then just go ahead and chat with the code base. And see what it does, my friends. Yeah, so it's taking all the changes that we previously had done and should relay them out again. Let's see. Refresh. Huh. We just kind of, wow. Why is it so different than what I had in at components? Right? This is weird. See, to me, right now, I prefer getting all my code and everything in Claude. And to me, you know, I should kind of pay closer attention to where I land my files. You know, I thought I was landing it in /app. And clearly that's kind of why there's a breakdown here. And so let's see. I apologize. Discrepancy due to a recent migration. Oh, yes. So the directory structure should be src components. It's typically used for older pages router. And the src app components directory is part of the new app router. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. And so the import paths now imports components from this instead of /components. So, okay. So please fix my issues. Please fix my issues with the code base. So it should do it. So it should be going in here and trying to fix them. Yeah, use client and various things. src app page. Okay. Accept all. So in here, refresh. Huh. No. Wow. Okay, so that's so weird. Pundev. Add page. Yes. Yeah, Nico, I share the same thing. Right now, basically, that's exactly the problem. So the composer view is really a hit and miss. And for those kind of watching right now, kind of summarizing what's going on is that trying to really force myself to use like composer exclusively and to kind of find out where some of these issues are in the edge cases. So that way, as you can see, you may run into those in the future. And it's like, these are kind of like the edge cases of where this is going in software. And so within Composer, this Composer view that I'm doing right now, I'm basically saying, hey, I want to update my app and I should just be able to give it all the instructions in here. But basically what it does is like it fires and starts to immediately start to move things around and do stuff. And so that could be useful if you have a conventional structure. And here I totally made a mistake by putting the folder. I literally put the folder in my files in like the wrong level. And that started to kind of create problems when it started to make assumptions about things. And so it didn't take this extra step to kind of think about, even though it has access to my code base and it knows that those files are there, should have prompted me saying, hey, your thing is off a little bit. And that's the other thing. I didn't give it my system prompt to begin with. So it doesn't really know that I'm doing Next.js 14 with these types of things. It just knows that code is just landed there. And to me, it should already make those assumptions, but it clearly didn't. And so there's a little bit of a disconnect there. And what he's saying is that with the chat feature here on the side, we should be able to do what I was supposed to do here. So what we can do is revert the code and just kind of go back to what we had before and then try to see if we can do this again. So that's kind of the advantage of using Git. So we can just say, go ahead and discard local changes, discard them, and then go ahead and discard this too. So we're just going to go ahead and unstage these ones as well. So discard local, yes. And so literally we're just going to revert back to what we had before, which is cool. And then we should be able to try this again and kind of see what we're doing there. So, so what I should do is try to fix it already. See if I could tell it to fix itself before we do anything. So if we now run bun dev, right? So bun dev, bun dev. So in here, oh, that's right. So we added framer motion and it broke. So I'm just going to go back to before that stage and go ahead and check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and check out this branch here. And so that checks us out to before those changes came in. So now we're back into the action here. So that's right. So we're back in action. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and fix my components layout so that it should be working the way that we want it to work. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and create a new Composer window and say, let's go ahead and just see if it could fix my layout changes before we make anything drastic here. Help. I put my components in the wrong folder. Help me move them as I am using Next.js 14 with app router. Cool. And so I'm just going to go ahead and chat with the code base. I should be able to put components, just let's see, what else should I add? Yeah. Chat with code base. And then, so in this attempt, what we're going to go ahead and do is try to see if it can remove everything before we add all the framer stuff that we want to do. So that's kind of what we're doing that there. Certainly. Yeah, so it fixes the imports there. And then, did it move it and add the files? Yo, I think I broke. Yo, I broke them. Oh my God, look at this bug. This is a crazy bug. Yo. Look at this. Cursor, I broke you. It's just generating code. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. I actually find it kind of cool. So I'll do cancel apply. And then I'm just going to go ahead and accept all. Accept all. Yeah, we totally broke them. Look at this is cool. Actually, this is really cool. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, see, this did the right fix here for us. It basically moved them across. And because I hit cancel, it didn't save those files. So what I'm going to do is just drag these files over into the new components area. So move. So it should be able to move them in the right places. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one here. Move to trash. And then we're going back to the page. And so this now has the right thing here. It's correctly linking across to the right things. And then I'm going to go ahead and Command-Shift-P and just restart the TypeScript server just so everything's kind of honky-dory. And then is there anything complaining in here? I think we're Gucci. Yeah. What is the problem in here? I don't really know. I don't think I see a problem. Okay. So in here, we should be able to then run dev and run the page, and we should be good. Let's see. Run it. All right, cool. Now we're working. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So things should be chill. All right. So everything is running. Next image. I think, is that it's not referenced? Okay. I no longer have next image in here. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I think that was probably the problem. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're still running, and I usually just do bun run build button start just to make sure I don't have any build errors. But I think I should be good. Get some water. Let me see if there's any other questions that are happening on X as well. People are tuning in. Oh my gosh, what's blowing up? Okay. I don't think anyone's made any comments yet. Okay, cool. Yeah. If you're following, definitely on X at RayFernando1337 is the handle there. I'm also on YouTube, on Twitch. And yeah, I just like to do live streams. Live streams are really fun. They're a really fun way to kind of connect with you. I'm actually going to try to make a video, like a smaller video, probably like 10 minutes on how to get started, a little bit of my workflow. But right now, because you're tuned into this live stream, you get access to rayfernando.ai. And right now with rayfernando.ai, in there, I have some of these prompts. And earlier, what we were covering was basically how to do like a landing page. So for those who are just tuning in, basically what we did was we gave it a system prompt and we tried to let it code a landing page. So this is an example I did before the stream, just to like, I was experimenting and stuff. And then here was our recent example where we took this screenshot and we were trying to create it with Next.js, with TypeScript and so forth. And so we put that epic prompt in and just, generate a landing page type of thing. We're able to basically generate all the components that you see here. And then from this workflow, we're going to we put that in the cursor, and then that's where we're kind of adding on. So what you also missed earlier, if you weren't watching, and for those who are still watching, I really applaud you because this is like a really long stream, but it's okay, is that we tried to basically do everything in cursor, and the layout wasn't really good. It didn't really have like a good sense of, generating it to look very closely to the screenshot. And so this is where Claude Sonnet on the web ended up winning out, just with a good system prompt. Giving it a screenshot and really closely mimicking the screenshot was really cool. And so, it's just trying to figure out basically, right, how do you get started from an idea, and how do you get the code in, and how do you get the code to actually look very close to it? And then the following on was like, then how do you improve that to make the landing page copy really good? And so that's kind of like the extra bonus thing. So we're doing this live, and you can kind of see how I struggle along because I'm still new to that Next.js programming language. And so I'm trying to learn, all of its intricacies and these little things that are very specific to that language. But I'm trying to like not touch code as much as possible. I'm trying to like really kind of let that be like, try to make this more design driven, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes it's just like better to start with an idea and to keep pushing forth with that and see if, keep pushing the limits of these language models. So definitely appreciate you tuning in. If you have liked it so far, give it a thumbs up. If you're on X, you might have to hit those little buttons at the bottom right. If you tap the screen, it will reveal something, and then you can reshare this so that other people can see it and joining in on the fun as well. And if you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in. It's really fun to have these interactions with you. And I think you should be able to chat on X. If not, let me know, and we'll try to see if we can fix that. So right now with the next steps that we're doing was to, we're getting the landing page. We fixed the components to put them in the actual directory that they're supposed to be. Looks like I have some build errors because of the way that the texts are, so we can probably fix those. And so the way I generally fix those build errors is I just highlight them and it says failed to compile. And then before we do any of those changes though, I'm just gonna go ahead and check everything in, stage all. So I verified that things actually work and that we moved to the components here. So moved components to app and then commit. Oh, it's detached. Oh, that's right. So I have detached the head because I basically kind of went off to the separate branch. So let me just go ahead and just kind of push this. Yeah, I'm just going to keep building on the side. It's totally detached. And then later on, I should be able to kind of merge them back in. Oops, cancel. Oops, not yet. So we're just going to keep going on this thread. So yeah, we're just basically going to keep going here. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just go ahead and fix these now. So while we're still here. So hit Command I, and then in cursor, I'm just going to go ahead and say fix my build errors. And then I'm going to also reference the file. Yeah, we're in features. Okay, cool. Features, yes. Oh, and then hero. We want hero. I don't think I need any features. Just literally hero components. Cool. So we should be able to go in here and fix the errors, which are basically these files, I think. In hero, yeah. So it adds these little things to escape the quotes so that it can do its thing. And then we're just going to go ahead and continue the music stream here. Just continue on. Load some more music, please. Thank you. Okay, accept all. And if we go back to our website, it should be able to refresh. If we hit run build start. Building with our friends. Cool. Let's go ahead and start our server. Yay. Okay, we're back up again. Sweet. Okay. So now that we're back in the game, we got this going. Can't find those resources because they're literally placeholders from the landing page that we generated earlier. And then from here, what we're going to go ahead and do is to see if we can retry that other prompt we tried earlier. So I don't see from the history. So here we go. The marketing team has come back. So I did the marketing copy. Okay. So it has this marketing copy conversation. And then does it have my conversation about, it should have my conversation about making this more modernized. So I think what I want to do is then, let's see. Oh yeah. So my instructions are help me improve this design by using animations with Framer Motion and Tailwind CSS. Okay, so I'm going to make a new composer for this thing. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is then tell it to just do all my files basically. And I'm going to just have it also chat with the code base. So help me improve the design by using animations. And we're going to go ahead and try this again. So it should be able to take these types of things and improve the, make animations and stuff. Framer motion. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to just do that. Bun add Framer motion. Cool. Motion, Framer motion. Cool. So features is now next. It's improving that and adding motion to these things. Partners as well. Did it do it for partners? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's still going to apply it. So it looks like it generates the code in a different file and then it goes in and starts to do the diff and apply it. Let's see. Applying. Cool. Yeah. This is where it does the application. Okay, accept all. And if we go into here and turn on the server, let's just YOLO. Whoops, I already did it. So bun dev. Let's see. It's the moment of truth, my friends. So yeah, it's going to have a compile error. So I'm having a lot of compile errors. Do some need to run on the client with use client? I'm just going to chat with Codebase. It's possible it's generally that because some of these animations need to run with some JavaScript that are locally on the client. I'm not really too familiar, but it's something that I've seen before. And so it's, yeah, some of them are going to be put in here for partners, hero, header, features. Yeah, here we go. So now if we load the site, here we go. Framer motion. That's awesome. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like the animations as they come in, especially where like you're scrolling. That's so fancy, huh? Yeah, let me refresh again. So refresh. Whoops. I don't know. Oh, this is playing a video. Haha. Let me just go back here. Oh, I see. This is camera A. Okay. Let me go back to here. This should... Oh, I know why, because I'm not sharing the right screen. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to share the primary display. Cool. Whoops, secondary display. Awesome. And then I guess crop to fill maybe? Okay, here we go. Cool. My bad. I totally messed up this whole stream here. It's okay. So let's go ahead and refresh. Refresh. Awesome. Nice. And then I think I should be able to punch this thing in here. Oh, I know why. My scenes I think are a little bit messed up. Camera B, camera 1, full screen. Oh, I think that's what's happening. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, I'll have to fix this a little bit later. So that's interesting because I had it all figured out before, but it's okay. So in here, basically, oh, let's see. I should be able to, my bad. I kind of have a couple things going on. I'm just trying to fix my stream, but it's okay. But so far we've been able to kind of get this thing going on here and then have my different little views pulled up. And let's see, do I have, oh, this is my camera here. Thank you for, I don't know. Let's see, camera B. Ah, okay. Camera A. Huh. Well, I used to have this working, but it's not working as intended. So I'll have to figure that out a little bit. So now I'm just gonna be a little square. Thanks for chilling with me. So yeah, so far what we've done is we've added framer motion and go to accept and refreshing. So now we have like motion on this page. And so what would make this really pop is if we have like a logo, obviously if we had more clear, like, you know, photographs and stuff, but we've, you know, have been able to get the basis to reproduce like this, literally a screenshot from this one design that we saw here and put this into our website. And not only has it done this, but it actually has built out these other parts of the components. And so we're able to, in a couple of like prompts and stuff, figure out how, you know, let's see, camera 1, camera 2. Okay. Camera. Okay. Oh, I see. I think I know what's going on here now. If I change back to this. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Back in the game. Yay. Okay. And then, yeah, I kind of messed up my thing. So I think it's this. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'm back in the game. Back. Okay. So what we've been able to do is take this design here and then from here, tell Claude Sonnet 3.5 to generate basically the landing page code, which is kind of what we did here. And then we've taken it, we've used Claude projects. So Claude projects is just our way of being able to repeat the things that we do all the time and improve landing page copy. So within landing page copy, these are the instructions I have on like how to improve landing page copy with either use case marketing, product marketing, or platform marketing, depending on what you're targeting. And so in here, in this chat, what we did was just basically just give it the screenshot of the landing page. And then we just said, help me improve the landing page copy for the site. It gave us some ideas and we chose the second variation. And then from there is when we went back into Cursor. And in the IDE of Cursor, we just told it to say, here's my marketing department. The marketing team has given me this copy, go and implement it. So we give it the copy from basically this variation to refined. This is the entire marketing copy that was generated using Claude Sonnet. And then I paste that in here. And then within that, it just goes and updates all the different parts of the code So that way I don't have to like type it in. So literally it just goes in and puts it in for me in each of these sections and even lays it out for me, which is pretty awesome. And that's how we're able to get like this landing page to have that new nice copy. And let me go ahead and refresh it here. So it should work. Now it doesn't work. Oh, I think I know what happened. It actually, go ahead and accept. What happened? I don't remember. I think the code got replaced by me clicking back in interpreter mode. So if I go back to composer mode, and if I go to the full screen and I go here and I go ahead and accept all, it should fix the code. Here. Oh, here's what I want to do. I wanted to put this code in. Yeah, there's an interesting bug here. It should not revert when you select a different file. So save. Huh. Yeah, so what looks like what happened here is that when we went to a different file and we hit save, it didn't actually like reapply. Yeah, okay, accept. Yeah, here we go. Yep. Whenever I select something, it didn't like save it for whatever reason. But yeah, in essence, we're able to hop back and forth. And that's a little bit of my currently like broken workflow. And this is kind of how I play with it, like literally just kind of go back and forth. And I'm still trying to refine this even further. But I wanted to share these refinements as I currently have them. And I know people were currently like interested in seeing how we do this. And there is a feature that the Cursor team is working on called projects, which will keep it kind of all closer into the IDE. And it seems to comply and work with it a lot faster. And so I think what we can do here is just basically showing you like how do you go from like an idea, how do you grab a screenshot, how I use Claude Sonnet to generate the code, and then inserting it into the app and then using Cursor from there to like saying, okay, here's marketing copy. Here's literally a markdown file of things. And then just throwing it at it and it knew to like go ahead and either create sections or add them in. So in essence, in this case here, what it did was it created sections for us, like for those parts of the marketing copies, like why choose Mobit, like those weren't in the original design, but it just created those for us. And that's just based off the marketing copy, which is pretty cool. So it's just another way to kind of like hack around and make things better. So what I think I want to do is go ahead and see if I could just, commit the latest changes and then see if we can just have a little bit of fun here and see if we can do something really crazy before I head on out. So I think that'd be kind of fun. Latest changes with framer motion. Go ahead and commit. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Cool. So what we're going to go ahead and do is see if we can let this thing cook. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's get crazy here. I'm going to create a new chat so in the composer mode, you can create a new chat by hitting the plus, and it basically creates a new chat with new objectives. And so here, I'm just going to select all of our code in here and then hit done. I think that's most of our code. So we have partners, we have hero, feature, header. I think we have page, which is in here. And we're just going to say, please make the app even more modern and use a framework like 3JS or anything that will make this stand out. So I'm just going to go ahead and chat with the code base and then we'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's see. Let's cook. Yo. So add 3D animated logo with a hero section. Let's go. Okay. So since I'm using Bun, I just want to make sure I'm writing the right things here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this up here and let it do its thing. And so down here, I'm just do the command instructions, Bun install for this and hit submit. Cool. That looks pretty straightforward. So it should be able to resolve them. It does its thing. And so it looks like for the hero, it does a 3D animated logo. Now it does an animated components, 3D elements. Looks like all kinds of 3D stuff. Let's go. Okay. Carl, let's see. 2 questions. Do you think a novice passionate to generate MVP with tangible results customer-wise pre-PMF is in less than 3 months with a boilerplate, or is it cap? I think, Carl, take it even further back. You don't even need an MVP. You literally need just a landing page, low key. Like, I've been studying marketing just the last couple of months, and I have been realizing that I'm doing everything backwards. I'm trying to start with the app because I know how to like make apps and do little things like that. And like being an engineer, that's what you do. You want to play. And I think it's good to do that because you start to discover kernels of excitement, and you always want to foster that playing. I always encourage people to play. But from a true like MVP standpoint, get really good at marketing, get really good at copy, get learning how to sell, and just generate like a real basic page to get people to sign up with an email. Like if you can generate an email landing to get people, like literally I just had a landing page with like a couple of lines and people signed up, got 100 signups. It's like, cool, I'm going to create this thing just for free and see if people even use it. Am I solving the problem type of thing? So yeah, you don't even need to go this far, to be honest. Like if you want to get started right away, literally go to canva.com. And I'm going to show you how to cook like super fast right now. So canva.com, you can create a website in like seconds. They have websites. I don't know if everyone's sleeping on this right now. So I go websites. I can literally pick like a business website right now for like a event website, right? Or let's just do a portfolio website. People like portfolios, right? So, and so with tangible results customer-wise in less than 3 months with a boilerplate, I think that you can do everything in like less than, like it just depends on how motivated you are, how hungry you are, Carl, and to leverage the resources as much as possible. So I think you could do stuff with that. So in here, let's just go to this one. Apply to 8 pages. Apply all 8 pages, please. Cancel. Okay. So it already has the pages up. So let's go ahead and preview the website. I could publish this. I could give you the URL. We could hit this website right now and everyone's gonna be like, bruh, I just made a landing page in like 1 minute. Yo, isn't this fire? This has framer motions, everything, bro. Okay. Publish website. Let's go. Okay. Who's down to check this live right now? Let's DDoS some Canva right now. Let's go. Yo, resize on mobile. Fire. Okay. Publish website. Low key, I think this is slept on. No one knows about this. And like this is fire. This is much. Yeah. This is like, check this out. I mean, this is going to blow your minds right now. Like, okay, if y'all can click the link right now, I'm going to spam you in right now. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, it overwrote my previous website from a client I did something on. So I'll have to go fix that. I don't want her site to be down. But this, look at this. Wow. Look at this. I'm scrolling right now. This is literally not even a minute. We went to the thing. It's done. Canva Pro. Look at this. Refresh. Mobile site. Get out of here. Get out of here. Look at this. Like, no cursor. No Claude. Canva. No cap. No cap. Canva. Like, okay. So y'all see me struggling along for like the last, I don't know, like 2 hours. And it literally is just Canva in like 1 minute. That should like be the hack. That's probably going to be the intro. Right? Did we just cook? I mean, that was cooking. That wasn't even, that was microwave. This is not the 90-second rice. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I need to go back because I think I messed with my, my different client's website. You can create a blank website if you want. Absolutely bonkers, right? Look at these designs. They're so fire. Apply all 9 pages. I could publish another website. Sheesh. Oh, actually, my friend's website should be okay, I think. Let's see. If I go to this site. Yeah, this is a site I made for my friend. She drags and drops it. ATX recovery in Hawaii. It's a massage thing. You can look at those websites, like super slick the way she wanted. She wanted these fonts and she wanted everything. I was like, just go crazy. Just use Canva. She made this. I published. She got her client testimonials. She likes the design. She wanted this vibe. I'm still scrolling. Look at this. Like fire, right? Insanely fire. Like absolutely crazy fire, right? We're about to publish another website. Like, let's go. We're just gonna publish again. Canva. Don't sleep on Canva right now. Canva's like probably the most slept on like website designer that like no one is talking about. And this is extreme alpha right now. Like no one knows this. Check this out. Another one. Framer is better. Yeah, Framer is good. I feel like Framer gets a little too technical too fast for certain people. Like if you're here just to create a quick landing page, yeah. Obviously, I don't even know what let's just go and see what the page speed score is on like this site right now, and just let's see how it cooks. I mean, if it gets 100 page score, I'm just gonna drop everything I'm doing and just go all in on Canva, because then it's game over. It's literally like GG, bro. Like I don't know. Like let's just see. I mean, I'm kind of curious now to see. Like while that's doing its page speed score like analysis, we're gonna look at this beautiful site. Okay, 81. I could live with that on mobile. Oh my goodness, 5 seconds. Okay, that's pretty long though. Not gonna lie. Okay, so the images just need to be fixed. Okay, yeah, because the images are large. Obviously, it's a photography website on desktop. It needs some work on the SEO. But tell me in 1 minute that you get this fire of like a design with like Canva's nearly free. Come on, bro. Look at this. Let's go back to mobile. Sheesh. Come on. Yo, this is nuts. Absolutely bonkers. Badonkers. Oh my goodness. Canva. Yo, business website. I'm just gonna, okay. Lemonade stand idea, lemonade stand. Okay, so if you are a kid outside, instead of selling lemonades, literally show up at like a restaurant or somewhere outside, or even a tech conference, like show up at a tech conference with your kid and just give him Canva and just let him cook. If he can make 1K in like one day, that's all his. And like he gets, whatever. Just say $100 for a website. If I can't make it for you in like 15 minutes, then it's free. Like, I don't know, like you'll get whatever you got. Like, and just let him cook. Look at this. Just look at all the templates that they got. Oh my goodness. I mean, like how is this? Look at this is fire. Apply to all. Like you can make okay. Just pull up to your favorite hotel, like a boutique hotel, and say, hey, I'll make you your website. Look at this. Absolute. It's already done. You could even change the colors. Like, okay, I don't like the style. I'm gonna go with a different style. I'm gonna flip it up. I'm gonna do this, like change moods. We're gonna go like this one. Maybe this one. Play screen page. Sheesh. Oh, come on. Can you add custom domains? Yes, you can actually. Yeah. So check this out. I'll show you real quick. So under publish website in here, if you go to website URL, I think it requires a paid account. You can do get new domain and then like I think maybe even publish settings too. Website description. This is where you change the SEO stuff. Yeah. Get a new domain, bring your own domain. So you can do this in pre or buy a new domain. So yeah, literally connect your third party if you have the paid version of Canva, and then you're in, bro. It's game over. Yeah. So that's what it is. Yeah. At Carl, that's exactly my focus right now. Moderate SaaS with boilerplate set up via cursor, learning tons. Hey, John, thanks for stopping in. Yes. Yeah. Literally boilerplates. And so like, I guess while we're on the boilerplates idea, like, let's just kind of review some of those ads we're kind of here, because I've been going off all craziness. So yeah, y'all should connect, link up, do the things, and reach out to each other, because I feel like we're all kind of on the same vibe right now. I want your opinion too, because I've thought about this a lot, and I don't know if I should create a Discord, if y'all want an email group. Are you into school, SKOOL, Twitter? Like, where are you at? WhatsApp? I mean, if I start a WhatsApp group and we just start chatting, are you all into that? I want to like create value for you. And like, my goal is to kind of do the same thing. I'm exploring, coding and all these different stuff, because it's really fun. And I want to make, my next, like, basically $1 million app idea, right? I guess the now $1 million too chill. Like, it's the way too slow. Like, now it's the $1 billion app idea, whatever. But I don't know. You got to start somewhere. Start from zero to 1 million. I think that's one chill. All right. So, as far as Discord or Slack, yeah, that's a question. How expensive is the hosting per the sites? Canva. Let's see, Canva site hosting. I think it's literally all included in their package. Like, you can have multiple sites. Like, you can have like 5 websites, I believe. As long as you have Pro, they'll host them all. It's so perfect, I think, just for generating things. So it's free hosting, yeah. Using their platform. So as long as you use their platform, you get the subdomain, and then the custom domains are like, if you pay for the Pro, you get the like removed things. So you want basically a professional. Let's see, mobile friendly. Let me remove this here. Canva websites are responsive. Yeah, Pro. Limited customization, dependence on Canva, SEO limitations. I think that's it. Yeah, as long as you have a Pro plan, you could just generate a whole bunch of them, and you're pretty much like straight up Gucci. Yeah. Okay. Vercel.com/templates. So this is where I started to start my app, Truth Torch. Literally has so many cool use cases in here, and they update them all the time. So like, there's an e-commerce template right now. This e-commerce template just launched and is absolute fire. So let me just open up another window so we don't, I have so much stuff going on. It's like, so, I mean, it's so easy for me to get like windows upon windows upon windows open. So I'm just going to literally kind of bring this down a little bit. Let me put this away for a sec. Let's go over here and start cooking. Set this up for y'all so that we can see it a little bit clearer. So Next.js Commerce is awesome. If you wanted to start a store, you can literally start your store today by, look how fast the store loads. It's absolute bonkers. Shirts, stickers, and this is hooked up, if you can believe it, to Stripe. Literally, like, this store is hooked up with Stripe. Like, all you have to do is just connect your Stripe account, put the products in Stripe. That's it. No database, nothing. Just put the things in and you just deploy. And you're good to go. Absolute bonkers. Let's see what else is. There's a Stripe subscription starter kit. We're talking about AI stuff, so let's just do AI things here. These are AI products. So Hume is another one. It's called Elastic Voice. And so this app you can deploy right now, and you just need an API key from Hume. So here's a demo of the app, and you can start a call, allow. And let's see. I'm going to turn down my music so that way it doesn't mess with the call. So start the call. It's messing up. Hi, how are you today? Hi, how are you today? What's Gucci, fam? Oh, I'm going to put this up. I'm going to pause my music. I think that's what's going on. I have my music playing in the background, sort of messing with it. Okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Hi, are you there? Yo, what's good, fam? I think the app is buggy. Yo, what's Gucci, fam? Yeah. But Hume basically can take your voice and analyze it in real time, sort of near real time, and give you that. And so you can actually just go ahead and hit deploy or just download the app. Literally, the source code is there. And with this app, you could start on GitHub, right? And so this is literally the app. So you can get started with this right away. And this tells you how to get started. You just get the API key from the Hume AI place. And they obviously, like, a lot of companies build them so that you can use their products. But if you like something that you see in this template area, definitely use this as a starting point just to get started, even to just get people to sign up. Like if you can get something that starts right away giving value, people will like that. So paint by text literally looks like you can just type something in and get some AI. So, Elon Musk paint. So this uses Replicate, Vercel, GitHub, and then you can start with this and then just kind of keep building on top of that. I've been into Crew AI. I've been using Cursor to build a relatively simple web app and doing a complex value prop functionality via Crew AI. Yeah. Another framework for prototyping I like to use is Streamlit, and also use, Gradio as well, just to kind of prove the idea that it works. I just tuned in. I saw the first 2 minutes and I had family plans, so I'm missing some context when I saw your system prompt for Claude and how that would work with Cursor. I was eager to come back. Oh, hey, thanks, John. Yeah, I'm actually planning to make a full form video that you can watch that's going to be a lot smaller, probably about 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And it'll literally compress this entire stream. It's not going to be this stream, but it's going to be more scripted. And I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of my workflow and maybe some of the things that we've learned today that you probably shouldn't do, that it isn't good at yet, and other things that it does really well. Because there are multiple things that are happening here that just kind of, I just wanted to do the live stream to kind of show in real time and interact and get any questions to see if like there's anything that could be helpful. So yeah, thank you for coming back as well. So yeah, there's no way they can host hundreds of sites with that one pro plan. You know, I haven't pushed the limitations of Canva for hosting sites, but it'd be really good to know if Canva can do that. Sahil at Gumroad has a little something in Discord. Ari coding with Cursor. Oh, but not super active yet. Create a Discord, please. Your stream rocks. Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. If you're down, actually, what I should do is create a Canva page on live so that people can sign up for the email list to get onto my thing. I think that'd be kind of fun. So let's see if we can do that. That'd be kind of cool. And speaking of templates, another one I use is called Tailwind UI. So Tailwind UI, if you're into Next.js stuff, not only do they have components, but they have like templates as well. So you can get started with like an app UI kit. So this UI kit kind of brings you with some basics similar to ShadCN, but they have like a lot of attention to detail to their little components that are kind of fun, like just minimal like interactions and nothing too crazy or fancy or flashy. Another one that I like is called Magic UI, Magic UI design. I'm going to close this AI thing so it just doesn't listen to me. So Magic UI also has design elements, which are pretty cool. So these are like components that you can use. So instead of telling it to use frame or motion, you can use these types of things. So you can just go to components, and then within here, there's like a startup thing. So you can basically build like a landing page for a startup portfolio. And I'm actually using this right now to build out my friend Ronald Manick. We have a show every Friday. And so I'll show you his landing page right now so you can see. So I'm literally using Magic UI to build this. Like this is his website for his app, Pico Pro. So this would basically, this is like the testimonials from his app store reviews that I was able to pull out and just use Cursor to kind of fill in. So what's nice about Cursor is that it, took the components and then put them in there for me. And yeah, pretty simple, right? And then if I just go to like, this mobile mode, it has this here. And so what's cool about it is that it actually has these animated little like stars and stuff. Is as you move your mouse, you can kind of move them around and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun. And they're just drawn in the background. So just little details like that. So Magic UI is pretty awesome. They have a paid like template plan. And it's like super cheap still because he's still getting started. I think it's like $50 or something like that. Get Magic Pro. Oh, I think I already paid for it, but yes. Pricing, let's go to pricing. Yeah. Lifetime access, $50. Like he's going to charge $129 when he finishes building everything out. But right now you get all this and he builds everything else out. You'll have a license to do that. So definitely check that out because he's going to have a SaaS template and a mobile app template coming soon. And what's nice about them is that literally how much time they save you because he's literally going through and like, custom designing and these types of things. So here's like these avatar circles that are pretty common as far as design patterns, interactive cloud. He has like the border beam. You may have seen some of these like in some startup websites where they use like the neon gradient cards, or they'll have like particle effects or confetti. And then the animated beam thing is another thing that you may see on some websites a lot. It's pretty cool. I like these types of things. And so here's the code. Literally the code is there. And so this part is free actually. So these components and stuff, all this stuff is free except for the section that say paid. And there's only like 3 sections that say paid right now. But you can use all these other components like avatar circles, all this stuff's for free. So that's Magic UI. Highly recommend them. Really cool stuff from a UI stuff to get started. So Tailwind UI, Magic UI, if you're trying to build some stuff here. Vercel/templates is just a good place to start. You don't necessarily have to host them on Vercel. They make it extremely easy to do so. And you can start with that. Here's one I showed to my friend called the stock chat. So you can actually say like, what were some of the recent events about Amazon? And it's using Grok to go pull this information. And it's using their latest component. It builds out the components in real time in the chat. So you can do that type of thing. And not only it uses that, but it does trading view. So you can say, what's the price of Apple stock? Show me the stock chart of Google. And it generates the chart and goes to trading view and, does all this super fast. So I like their thing. Yeah. So that's that. And it's all on GitHub. So that's in the vercel.com/templates for those who are looking for that type of thing. And so I think with that said, I'm going to wind down the stream a little bit. I really appreciate everyone for kind of tuning in. This is like a real impromptu stream, really prompted by my friend who was on Twitter, is following me, and I was following them for a little while, or definitely still following, and blanking on the name right now, but it was Imrat. So Imrat, thank you so much for inspiring this stream. Because of you, I said, hey, I'm still scripting out my video to do this types of stuff, and I want to get my thoughts organized, but I'll do a live stream. And so I definitely appreciate that. And I also appreciate everyone else who's tuned in and kind of stayed along and even come back. So definitely appreciate that. If you're liking the stream, definitely go ahead and give a follow at RayFernando1337. That's at RayFernando1337 below. That's my handle there. You can find me on x.com/@RayFernando1337. You can also find me on YouTube. The same thing, RayFernando1337, and you'll see me here. You also see me, this is Mark Andreessen. That's a hilarious text storm. He re-quote tweeted me twice because I was doing some analysis using Claude and was able to analyze his articles, but Claude actually refused to analyze his articles. So youtube.com/Fernando, it was at RayFernando1337. And in here, in my home, I actually have a couple things going on. I'm doing some live stream obviously right now. It's videos with Crew AI. I know somebody mentioned that they're doing some Crew AI stuff. I actually interviewed Joao Moura about 5 months ago in San Francisco when he was in town. I've been a huge fan of his work and what he's been doing, and have some stuff with the Humane AI pin and why it didn't really work out for me as well. And also, interviews with founders. So I actually have some stuff that I'm working on, and I'm going to just give you a sneak peek because you're at my stream right now, where I'm working on this thing here. It's called the Distiller One. And this is something that these guys created. I met the founders of it. So it's an e-ink display, and we'll have more about that. It's basically my little series about edge AI devices. So I'm going to have a little thing that's going to be going on about edge AI devices and interviews with founders related to that for all the people who do building in the Founders Inc. in San Francisco. So I'm going to be meeting with, I have meetings with them this coming week to do some more stuff. Just seen Claude Nerf tweet on your homepage on X. Really? Oh. I'll have to see that. Oh, Claude. Yeah. I think it's the Nerf. I forget. So yes. Let's see what else. GPT-2 from scratch. If you're kind of into that, I've started to kind of do a little series, and we'll be continuing that. And my weekly show is the AI Tech Salon. So for anyone who's interested in checking that out, meet with founders and talk with people and talk about interesting stuff in tech and AI. And that's kind of what I do here. I used to be an engineer at Apple for 12 years. And so now basically I'm on the gram. I'm just doing this for you and for me, and to teach you a little bit of what I know as I go through these things. I'm on this journey to create my own apps and kind of work in this AI space. And as I learn things, I want to share them with you because I feel like it's really valuable to share with others, because somebody helped me to get started in tech. And many people helped me all across Apple to learn the various things. I don't have an engineering degree or background, but I got to learn by doing. And now with the advent of AI, it's like having that co-pilot partner. And I feel like if I'm able to share some techniques to get started. So what I'm promising to you after this stream is I'm still going to finish scripting this out because I want to actually make this a smaller video so that you can digest it. And I ask you to follow along. Go ahead and hit subscribe, hit a like. If you're liking the stuff, go ahead and retweet and send it out to friends. And I hopefully get some more stuff for you coming soon, and appreciate you tuning in. And I will see you in the coming days. All right, so stay tuned, hit that little bell to subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.